Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Wrath. Welcome to the stream. We are back with King's Crossing. I'm your storyteller. I'm here with Mr. Pickles.
And I'm playing Grunkle, the ogre berserker, the big, strong Grunkle man. He's big and he's strong and he eats things.
Also, I'm here with Fred.
Yo, Torvekek, the dwarf that likes throwing stuff and hitting people with axes and gold. He really likes gold and digging, not necessarily in that order.
Digging for gold. And for those of you listening, well, for those of you watching, you might see something different, and then for those of you listening, you might have just heard something different. We're gonna keep this a secret until a little bit into the game. We're gonna introduce a character soon. We'll see, maybe, unless the players just turn around and go home or something. Then
it has been thought of.
Then Shifty will just sit here and watch them play again. We are going to dive straight into the game. So again, this is a Zweihander campaign. We play every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, whatever that is, wherever you are. We've been playing this for 3 weeks now. This is, I guess, 4 weeks now. This is episode 4. This is a, how would you say this? A cohabitated DM slot where we play through one adventure of one campaign and then we switch over to another adventure of another campaign. So real quick shout out to Mr. Pickles, another DM who, when my first adventure is done, we're going to be diving back into the town of Golden Ridge, a Savage Worlds campaign DM'd by Mr. Pickles, played in by both Fred and myself, and potentially maybe another player soon. But that's it for that. Guys, how are you guys feeling? Everybody good? I asked them this right as we started the stream, and no one said a fucking thing.
We didn't hear you, but yes, I'm good to go. Except I can't log into Twitch, so there's that.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So we're gonna dive right in. So previously on King's Crossing, this is something he doesn't need to know anyway. So after arriving at the town of Arwen's Rest, our unlikely duo of traveling adventurers volunteered to assist the townsfolk in some of their daily needs. One such task being to aid hunt Captain Kyler and his dapper beaver hat while checking some of the traps to the east, bringing back any game, and investigating what might be pushing the creatures closer to town. They prepped themselves by seeking out their new friends, Griff, Liliana, and Adisalon, to give them food, drink, and the god's blessing. This would immediately prove useful, as not long after trekking out into the wild, they found the mud pits where they struggled to find their footing. Once they collected themselves and their gear, they pushed on, determined to see this through. Kind of. They found a trail and carried on in relative peace until the sound of singing pulled them away. They found a young half-elf stuck in a similar mud pit with no hope left. With combined effort, the heroes saved the man's life, for which he agreed to owe them a life debt. He introduced himself as Alexios Crow, a minstrel. Traveling onwards, the party found a glade holding some ancient altar to an unknown god. They were quickly overtaken by hallucinogenic mushrooms. Alexios showed his magical charm, which apparently the players did not realize at all, when he cast a gust of air to clear the players' heads and allow them time to escape. The group decided to make a quick camp at a crossroads where a bear trap had been tampered with and a blood trail left behind. Before they could finish their bite to eat, something came stumbling out from the bushes. So with that, guys, you have heard some rumbling in the brush behind you guys. Alexios pointed it out. If I remember right, you guys set up a quick camp. You guys argued with me that you weren't, but you were, but you weren't. And I was like, okay. And so you guys set up a quick camp to sit down, eat, get a short rest in. And during that time, no one was on watch. And so out of the brush, you guys were ambushed, so to speak, if we're using Solasta terms. As the creature stumbled out, what do you guys want to do? Does anyone have an immediate reaction?
Well, what is it?
Okay.
The immediate reaction, I guess, for Grunkle would be draw sword and prepare to run amok.
Perfect. Okay. And I will note, I've researched combat a lot and stuff and action points and all that. I will note, drawing your weapon at the beginning of your turn does not cost action points. So, say Grunkle pulls his weapon, what was it, mortuary sword?
Yes.
Okay, so Grunkle pulls a mortuary sword, does not cost an action point. If during your turn, Grunkle's like, sheath, pull out, fire hardened spear, that will cost an action point once your turn is started. But say you have your mortuary sword out, you end your turn, it goes around the board, it gets back to your turn, you pull out your fire hardened spear, that does not cost an action point. As long as it's done at the beginning of your turn. Okay, so you're pulling out a sword, and Torvekek's whirling around trying to figure out what's going on. I need both of you guys to roll initiative. So the way this should work,
You're gonna have to explain how to do that.
Yeah, so under actors, one of the tabs, just like in Roll20, you're gonna open up your character sheet, and it should
need to start an encounter though.
Okay. So
I don't believe we can even roll. There's no buttons for me until there's an actual encounter we're involved in.
Okay,
and
begin
I
combat.
think it might just do that for us if you include us as combatants.
Okay, let's see. Link to scene, click to unlink, combat tracker settings. I mean, I'm in a combat.
You should be able to click on a token and add it. There's like a sword and shield thing. I think I added myself.
There, add yourselves.
And I'm rolling initiative.
Okay.
If you click on your token, there is a pair of swords and a shield. And the GM can actually like just grab everything and hit it on one, and it'll do it for all.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Technically easier if you do it.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'm learning as well. So let's see. Where is his initiative? There it is. How do I? Can I not roll?
You have to add him to the combat.
Oh, I just.
Well, at least it doesn't show up for me.
I threw him off the screen. That's not what I meant to do. How do you add him to the combat?
You click the
roll NPCs.
You click the token, and there should be a symbol that looks like two swords. I mean, I just clicked mine.
Yeah, I'm looking on the.
Oh no, I did right click. That's right.
Oh, right click. Okay.
Yeah, you right click the token.
There you go. There you go, and then roll. Okay. Wow. Okay. Cool. Neato burrito. All right. With that, you guys spin around and you see a beast stumble out of the brush. Seems like it's kind of fallen over itself. Rolls, gets up on all fours. I'm gonna need not from. Well, actually, let's just do it from both of you. Let me get a general intelligence check for Torvekek. This is gonna be. I gotta remember these. This is gonna be trivial. For Grunkle, this is gonna be arduous.
Intelligence.
Yep, general intelligence check.
All right. How do I do this?
Yeah, they don't give you the option.
To you can't even do that in this one.
Whatnot.
Oh.
Oh, it might be when you roll it, but it doesn't look like you can just roll intelligence or.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking. You can't roll just intelligence. Okay, okay. Is there a skill that would work with this? I just want to test this. Let's go with let's just go with an awareness check. And when you click on it, it should difficulty rating. Yeah. It gives you. Don't need to flip. Don't need skill test mode.
Torvekek got a trivial, and I got a what?
Arduous.
Arduous. Oh, geez.
Yeah, nice. And you will see that you guys do have 4 fortune points. So if you need to, you can always roll with a fortune point. But I would roll first and then use the fortune point if you need to. But all right, jumping over. How do we do? Grunkle awareness failed with a 57 out of 15%, and Torvekek also failed with a 98 out of 72% chance. An odd creature stumbles out of the. Pardon me, I don't have my bot open. I apologize for that, guys. I will get that open now. An odd creature stumbles out of the brush. It's on all fours. It's got grayish skin, and some odd horns coming out of its head. What would you guys like to do? Who's up first in my initiative? It's Alexios Crow. So Alexios is going I'm gonna have him ready in action. So you have 3 action points. Throw this back over. Okay, so you guys have 3 action points. I had a whole sheet that gave me resources, quick sheets, combat. Is that it? No, action points. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna have him. I want him to. Yeah, I'm gonna have him wait. He's gonna be using some assist actions and help actions on you guys, so he's gonna save all 3 of his action points as he readies up. That moves us to Grunkle. What does Grunkle want to do?
And I would like to use my mortuary sword with my talent for run amok to do a charge attack.
Ooh, okay, okay.
And whatever bonus I get to charge, I also get a +20 bonus because my muck is running.
Charge at movement ×2 and add 1d6 fury die to damage. Did you hear that?
1d6 fury die to damage?
Yeah, so your damage would give you plus 1d6, and then what did you say you also got? That's with charge.
+20 accuracy, yeah. So
Okay.
my charge is both accurate and damaging.
Okay, so your charge is plus 1d6, plus 20% to hit, and then it was just a normal attack with the sword after that, right?
I imagine so.
Okay. I was trying to remember what all you said.
Intended to kill.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just including, like, I have run amok, I'm doing a charge, I have a +20,
Okay.
using my mortuary sword.
So you should be able to
melee.
do all that.
I'm going to just put it at a easy, because it's a +20.
You should be able to, hang on. If I go to trappings, you're using your mortuary sword. Roll.
Did you say gray skin and horns coming out of the top?
Yep. Additional fury dice, so you could do the 1d6 there. Base chance modifier, that's where you would put in your +20.
Yeah, I see on the martial melee that I can do that as well. I just figured +20 is +20.
And then
Anyways.
No, if you can, instead of rolling martial melee, can you go to your trappings and roll your mortuary sword?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that.
So that way, on the thing, it shows you're attacking.
A fucking goat?
You don't know. You don't recognize this creature. You would recognize a goat. Well, you'd think you would. I did give you trivial.
You're making us fight a fucking goat!
Additional fury dies 1d1.
1d6.
Okay. Yeah, it only lets me type numbers.
Oh, additional fury die
is
1.
Okay, so
Yep.
I guess they're always just d6s.
D6s,
okay.
yeah.
+20 difficulty rating is normal.
Yeah, standard.
Because I'm fighting a seasoned monster rather than a simple goat.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, and then you should be able to roll.
I mean, if I'm fighting a simple goat that's just like, it would be. There's no way that wouldn't be like a +20 base roll because like an animal that's not moving. Or
oh no, it's frantic. I mean, it's rolling, it's stumbling, it's getting up on all fours, and it's taking off charging.
Well, this is a 49 out of 77.
Yeah, activates the mortuary sword. 49 out of 77. Okay, so then you click damage.
Damage for 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, and then let me pull up my creature. All right. For 12 damage, what is its? Sorry, guys, this is our first time doing combat, so I'm making sure. Okay, so I will always tell you guys what threshold it's at. So like if it's grievously wounded, you know, whatever the case may be. So that would take it straight to moderately wounded. So this creature is moderately wounded.
So what does that look like?
So moderately wounded would be, you've basically, I mean, it's, look at your character sheet.
What does this look like, I should say?
2 straps down. So, that's a good point. So there's different ways you can do this. There is a hit marker, hit location die roll. We can try that for this adventure. We'll see how it goes. Go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me. For this combat, we'll see if we like the hit location or not. I've used it before, and I haven't used it
That's how
before.
you roll dice. Oh,
1d10,
it's the
6.
same way to roll dice. I got a 6.
Yeah. 6. So you are hitting it
Nice.
straight in the body. So basically, you've cleaved down and cut a decent sized gash in its side. I don't know if it has bleeding or not. What traits does your mortuary sword have?
Vicious.
Vicious. So show item qualities.
Get my bat down.
Yeah,
Big old
vicious.
freaking tome.
Weapons of this quality grants. It's in the chat. You can just click on it.
Oh, I'm pulling out my actual book to
Oh.
look things up.
Weapons of this quality
Yes,
grant
it
an additional 1d6 fury die to determine whether you inflict an injury upon a foe. I wonder, did it already do that? 7 combat
It's right there.
plus 1 plus 1. Yeah, so you got the 1 extra d6 from what you had and 1 extra d6 from having it vicious, so it did already apply it.
Okay.
Your 2 d6s, it does, if you click on it, it shows you got a 1 and a 4. So you didn't get exploding dice on those, which makes sense why you only got 12, but okay. Damn, that could...
Gotcha.
Oh. That's true. Before we continue, you could use a fortune point to turn one of your fury dice into an exploding die.
I saw, and I do not want to do that.
Okay. I was just curious. Okay. Alright. So you did 12 damage to its side. It's not bleeding, but it's definitely got a huge gash straight through its side. You hear it let out a no, because I believe to get bleeding, there's a specific.
I mean, like I've cut it, and it's not actually even bleeding at all.
Well, that's the thing, is like I feel like it would be bleeding, but I don't want to tell you, oh, it's bleeding out if it doesn't actually have that quality. Because again, like you said,
yeah,
I don't want to give qualities.
Maybe say like gushing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because I would imagine that's an alarming thing if you cut somebody and no blood comes out at all.
Right.
But
yeah.
like, it's if they're actively bleeding out, that would be a more extreme thing than just that you see blood.
That's exactly it. So that's why I don't want to give it to you.
I just want to make sure.
There is stuff that. What? There's an injury called bleeding groin. It's terrifying.
Sir, your groin is bleeding.
That's just normal.
Okay.
So I guess that's my turn.
That was for charge is 1 action point. To swing your sword was 1 action point. Did you do anything else? You've used 2 action points. You have 3 total.
Do I attack again?
No, you only get 1 attack. So what else you can do is in the journal under resources, you should find quick sheets. Do you guys have access to that? You do not.
All I see is gods.
Apologize. How about now?
Quick sheets. Yep. Sheets.
Okay. So under there, you should see action points, falling, morale. So in there, if you open that up, you're going to see all the different things you can do with action points. But I will let you know, something you could do is your reactions. So if something attacks you, you would save an action point to use a dodge or parry. The only difference here is for Fred, he immediately gets an extra action point for reaction.
And I can only do 1 attack action, but I could do a perilous stunt.
Yes. I will double check that before next adventure, but you could.
What you got there, Shifty?
I see pizza, he said. Yeah, he said in the chat, pizza.
That was definitely not pizza.
That was definitely not pizza. That was Appleton's.
Oh, BRB again, pizza again.
Yeah, I'll just end my turn there. I want to save my action for a reaction.
Okay. Yeah, pulling up this quick sheet is not as useful as I thought it would be. I need a better way to do that. But anyways, okay. So that ends your turn. That will bring us to Torvekek. And then, can I... No, not yet. Torvekek, what do you want to do? You've got 3 action points to spend. This creature is not next to you, so you could move up to it. You could charge like he did. You could attack. You could do an arduous stunt. Any of those.
Is he in between
Perilous
me and
it? Grunkle would be between you and it. Yeah, but I mean, you could move around it. You're within movement. Actually, you might not be, because I don't know if you know this, but your character is overweight.
Are you talking to me?
Nope.
I thought we weren't doing encumbrance.
I never said that.
I thought his character was a normal build.
What do you mean?
Grunkle's husky.
No, he means I
no.
have too much stuff.
Yeah, he's got too much stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, wooden shield,
So
leather
does that
armor,
have to
battle
do
axe,
with
arbalest,
anything?
crossbow. He's got 3 weapons, a shield, some extra stuff. I just put it in, and you're encumbered. You're over encumbered. So your movement is down to, what is your movement? 3.
Okay,
You would
that,
need
that
2.
would be because I have 2 things that are extremely tiny, like the locket and the crystal pipe, and since it's over 10 slots, I'm encumbered.
Oh, is
So
that what it is?
apparently-
Lots.
Yes.
What is this, open legend?
I have a crystal pipe and Mario's locket, and that
Let me see if I
over
do that.
encumbers me.
And
What?
that.
I'm
We
looking
need a
at
new
my
friend to
trappings
carry.
right now. Encumbrance 12 out of 10. So I have the locket and the crystal pipe, so that put me over.
Hang on.
They don't do it by weight, they do it by slots. What the fuck?
What?
No, I don't think it does. I think that's not accurate. But what's interesting,
You sure?
yeah,
Because that's what it's looking at for me.
no, because you have 9 items in your trappings, 10, 11 items in your armor, 12, 13, 14 items out of your weapons. No, that's not accurate at all.
It says it's overage 2.
Yeah, you're 2 over your total encumbrance. So I'm looking at your total encumbrance. You have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which still doesn't equal 12. So I'm trying to figure out where they got the 12 from. Maybe just from having all your extra trappings, all those zeros count up as 1.
No. Look at the encumbrance for the spear, the crossbow, the battle axe.
Yeah, I did.
leather armor, wooden shield.
That's 11.
Okay.
But it says you have 12 out of 10, which is a little odd. But maybe because you've got all these zeros, it just puts that as 1.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Math.
Well, I kinda
Basically,
didn't
you're carrying too many weapons. Is I think what it, because you got
Oh, it's saying carried. Okay.
Wait, hold up. I wonder what weapon. I'm guessing for your first action, do you want to pull out a weapon so that it doesn't cost you an action
Yeah.
point? What weapon?
The crossbow.
Okay, so I want to see if I
That did
do
nothing.
equipped, it does nothing. Okay. Interesting. But I'm guessing your armor would be equipped as well. So we'll do that.
Okay, it's the fucking spear.
Yeah,
I
apparently.
put it where it's not carried, and I'm back to normal.
Okay. Are you wanting to do that now, or are you dropping your spear on the ground?
No, I mean, what exactly does that do with my movement?
If you drop your spear, you'd be not encumbered anymore, and you'd be able to move fine.
Yeah, but that's an action, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, so can I
but
move now,
but
or am I just stuck?
but just starting out,
Wait.
I don't want to hinder you like that. So what I'm going to say is during the camp, maybe you set your spear to the side. I'll
throw
allow
the
that
spear?
because you could throw the spear, but that would, I mean, you wouldn't need to move. You could stay in place, throw your spear.
It
Reaction.
means I could move it. I can throw it 1 yard, so I don't think that's gonna help.
Engaged or 1
You can
yard.
throw it 3 feet?
Apparently.
Apparently.
What? Man,
I'm
dwarves
looking.
and spears.
Yeah,
That's
your
outrageous.
spear your spear is not noted as a ranged weapon.
Okay.
That would be a
So
javelin.
I'm just gonna pull the crossbow.
Okay, are you leaving your spear on the ground or are you carrying it?
Yeah, I'm leaving it.
Okay.
Probably never gonna pick it up again.
Well, then I'll take your spear.
All right. So, for those of you watching, we're all learning. All right. It's first combat in Zweihander. All right. So, you have your crossbow out. You haven't used any action points. You now have freedom of movement. What would you like to do?
Can I move to where I can see the goat thing?
Yes, absolutely. I will. If you're trying to close on it, you'd have to use 2 movements. But if you're just moving into a position where you can see it, 1 movement.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Perfect. Okay, so you're now in position where you can absolutely see it.
Gonna take a shot with Mr. Crossbow.
Okay.
Headshot on Grunkle.
So ranged attack, that is called shots.
With how I've been rolling, yes.
If you use well, yeah, it doesn't have any action points. It'd be dumb to do a called shot. Don't do that. You could do a ranged attack. I was looking to see if there was like aim. Yeah, you could take aim. Jesus Christ, this is so small. So if you spend, you've spent one action point. If you spend one more action point to take aim, you would give your shot a plus 10% advantage.
All right,
And then that would be your second action, and then taking your shot would be your third action.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and under trappings, roll for your arbalist crossbow with a plus 10% base.
Plus 10% standard. No fury die. All right.
How we do? Oh, just failed.
Um,
You could use a fortune point to reroll.
No, but there's no point. I'm just gonna be rolling like this the entire time, fucking again. So there's no point using the fortune die.
Okay. You fire a crossbow bolt, whizzes by Grunkle, striking into a tree just ahead of him. And at this, I need Shifty. Can you click on your character, or right-click on your character token, and click the sword, the cross swords? Perfect. And then on the top right, you see the second tab, combat encounters. Can you click that dice to roll yourself into initiative? Shifty is playing this little creature that Grunkle just cut into. I was waiting for a reaction, but no, he's not. Can you imagine that intro to the game?
That's pretty shitty.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm rolling horrible the entire time, so it's whatever.
Shifty's like, and I have a gash in my side. No,
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Out of the brush, same brush, stumbles. Go ahead and describe your character.
You're muted.
Preferably with your
Yeah,
mic
with your
on.
preferably.
One more time.
Nope.
Try again.
Well, he's gone.
I hope that
Nothing.
keeps all my cameras right. Did. Okay. Preferably with your camera or your mic on, please. He's not server muted, is he? That'd be embarrassing. He's not. Okay.
That is so weird. I have no idea what happened.
There you
You're
go.
back.
Welcome back. Could you, character stumbles out of the brush. Please describe your character.
I'm a 6 foot tall. Sorry, I'm eating. Sorry. I'm 6 foot tall. I have light brown skin.
Not
and
ebony?
amber eyes.
Oh.
No, I chose light brown.
We'll talk about that.
They have a black eye.
Yeah, we'll talk about it under the table after the game. After the game, continue. Describe your character.
I have a bow over my shoulders, my quiver on my back, and I'm just kind of lanky.
Like human or?
Yeah, human, lanky, real thin, real tall.
Okay. This character stumbles out. Pickle's face. This character stumbles out of the
Real
brush.
Tall. I'm 9 feet.
Yeah, real tall, like a human.
Grunkle looks down at you.
You're like towering.
This guy stumbles out of the brush, stands up, and he goes, "I'm real tall." Grunkle's looking down at him like,
no, you're not.
You make me feel tiny.
This character stumbles out of the brush. Now, Shifty, you've just come into the game. We haven't totally introduced your character yet. You've just escaped this bandit camp where they were holding you captive. On your way out, you freed this creature that they were also holding captive and torturing. You saved it, and it fled into the woods. You're chasing after it. The bandits are hot on your trail. You've stumbled out into this brush, and you've encountered this scene. You've got a dwarf in front of you. Dwarf, Torvekek. Please describe your character to our new player.
Torvekek is a short, stout dwarf of 132 pounds, 4'6". He's got a nice groomed beard with a nice little twist at the bottom. Wearing dwarven heavy armor. He has kind of an aristocratic look on his face, to his face, I guess. And he definitely has the military bearing to go along with him. Red hair, pale face, as befitting a dwarf that has lived in the caves.
Shifty, please open up your character sheet, go to your skills, and roll an awareness check. And when you roll it, set it to trivial.
Wait. Okay, open this. I'm still new to this.
I know. That's why.
Skills attributes?
Yeah.
That's when you're doing. And what am I rolling?
Sorry, I'm looking at an NPC sheet, so mine's different than. You're rolling awareness, and when you click it,
It's under
it'll.
attributes.
Thank you. I don't have that. Yeah, under attributes, skills, you're rolling awareness, should be near the top because they're in alphabetical. And when you roll that, set it to difficulty rating, trivial.
And that's it? That's all I do?
Yeah.
And I just do this.
Okay, you failed. You have no idea what this creature is in it either, but you saved it, and you fled out into the woods with it. You see this dwarf, this aristocratic face, armored up, holding an arbalist crossbow, but in front of the dwarf, closer to you, is this hulking brute. Pickles, please just describe your character.
My character is Grunkle, an ogre of about like 9 feet tall. He's quite portly. He looks like, if he was like down to the proper scale of a human, he would still look quite husky. He's got a lot of body here. He has a keg on his back, like as if somebody took a keg of beer and put straps to it just on his back. But beyond that, he mostly looks like if you took a Roman legionnaire and turned him into an ogre, and then realized that some like the chest piece armor fell off. So he's got like the cape and everything, but and some shoulder like armor, but he's otherwise unarmored. And on his big belly, you can see a lot of very dainty and specifically artistic flowers tattooed all over his belly. He's got tattoos for days, and they're all flowers. And he holds a gross-looking, vicious one-handed sword, ideally dripping with a little bit of blood right now.
It is currently dripping with a little bit of blood right now. You see, as you take this all in, you see these two creatures, these two characters in front of you. This 9-foot-tall ogre, this 4-foot-something dwarf, if I remember correctly. And you see this creature that you were in captivity with. You just saved it. You see it's now got a new gash wound in its side, and it's bleeding. You've got a second. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna raise my hands and surrender because I don't want to get shot.
That's true. There's a you've been around and you can tell. Actually, maybe you can't. Go ahead and actually let's get a roll from you. Give me a. I'm trying to pull up a character sheet real quick so I can double check skills. Give me a.
Broke. What am I rolling?
Sorry.
He hasn't said yet.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a base. Can we do a base combat roll?
No.
No. So it'd be what weapon is a martial melee? Correct, Fred?
For me,
Your arbalist crossbow.
It would probably
It's
be
a
martial range.
Martial range. Excuse me. Give me a martial ranged skill check. Shifty.
Just a standard one?
Yep. Standard martial ranged skill check. So again, just for anyone watching, oh, hi Kira. This is on a 100% range, so you roll D100s. Total chance he has to get a 42 or less to succeed. He rolled a 63. He did fail. Now, Shifty, in this game there are things called fortune points. Now, fortune points, you have 4 of them. And you can use one to re-roll a failed skill check. You can use one to add damage to an attack. or something else that I can't remember what it was. But do you want to use a fortune point to reroll a skill check?
Hold up. You forgot the last part, which is if we use our fortune points as players, then the GM gets to use his own. He gets his own little reserve of a fortune point.
Basically,
so it, needs to be
it flips to a misfortune point, which then I can use for enemies or NPCs. Maybe it could be an ally who is helping you attack.
No, you know what? I'll keep mine for later.
I feel like my players are never going to
thing.
For a slightly more.
We have a pool, and we should use this pool when we can all agree as players. This is an important narrative situation, not for when we want to beat a local child at hopscotch.
You do not have to. It is your turn. You could use it whenever you want. But a player could be like, hey, what do you guys think? Should I, so on and so forth.
I'm just trying to build like an agreement among us that
it's probably a bit of time to use it.
All right. Okay, so you failed. Crossbow's probably loaded. He's ready to shoot you. That's fully okay to act like that. What do you want to do anything else? So you're raising your hand, surrendering. Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
Yeah. Have you guys heard of asking questions before attacking?
Now I want to note to you guys, both of you guys, he's speaking and you're catching it and you're understanding, but he's got a strong accent. It's one of those kind of situations.
What did he say? What? Sorry, I'm trying to get to the Russian accent.
You're good.
Are we talking like out of combat-ish or? Because I would say that Grunkle, upon seeing this, would like if this thing isn't attacking him and a person has jumped out of the bushes, Grunkle would probably stop attacking and turn to like talk. So if this thing was trying to flee, it certainly could from Grunkle, I guess.
Is Discord struggling for everybody or just me?
Do I sound terrible?
No, you sound fine, but all the cameras are going like.
No, it's just you.
I haven't seen it since
Okay.
it broke just before.
Yeah,
everybody go like this. Everybody go like this. Okay, so stream seems fine. It's watching Discord is fucking me. Weird. Okay.
Right.
So at this point, it's free action, so to speak, but not end of combat. So he's talking, you can respond, but you can't like sit here and have a 5-minute discussion. He said, hey, maybe ask questions before you just attack. I believe it's similar to what he said. And then how did you guys want to respond? I'll give both of you guys a chance to respond in turn, but that would end the conversation.
You just jump out in front of us and, not expect us to shoot?
Pickles, did you have anything you wanted Grunkle to say?
Is this our friend? Why is he attacking?
I don't think I attacked at all.
And that'll
he attacked. He attacked my surprise.
That'll go back to Shifty. Your character. What do you want to do?
I point down at the creature. This creature attacked way over here.
Grunkle charged up to this creature, so he's standing right next to it.
That.
No, yeah.
That makes it sound like it's
no, you're right. He does. You don't know that he charged up, but I am saying that Grunkle is right next to this creature.
If I knew what this creature was, I would have. What is this creature? Do you have any idea what this is?
Grunkle live in a world of confusion.
So at this point, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask at this point: is anyone still wanting to continue combat?
I've got my crossbow pointed at elf dude, but no, I'm not in combat.
The human?
Dude. Alexios?
Yeah, that guy.
Alexios? Yeah, Alexios is a half elf.
Wait, hold on.
This
I
very.
was looking at the token. I was looking at the token at the bottom, and it has elf here, so I assumed it was an elf.
He is specifically described his character as a human, so apparently you're seeing him as a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
No, I said human-like.
No, you definitely said I'm human, and that's where Pickles was like.
I said
yeah,
human,
I made silly faces.
So now that I'm guessing somewhat combat has ended, and I'm guessing Torvekek isn't turning his bow on Alexios. Out from behind the ogre kind of peeks this half elf, also looking over, and he goes, Where are you coming from?
Come on, you interrupted our
bushes.
dinner.
The bushes.
Well, be elf. You keep talking, but not saying many word.
Do you,
I thought you didn't like people saying a lot of words.
Well, back me up here, new guy. Back me up here, new guy. Where are you from?
he's from the
I
bushes.
pet I pat myself down and I straighten up my clothes and I raise my hand in a handshake manner.
Grunkle will offer a finger to shake his hand.
I have heard that some of the
Grab his
tribal
hand.
humans in this area do live out here in the wilds. Are you a bandit?
Do I look like a bandit? I just escaped from bandits. I grab Grunkle's finger and I shake it up and down. My name is Wylfer.
Wylfer.
And it's at this point that you guys hear, I think you went this way. Over here, let's go.
Look
I'm gonna
what
hide
you've
behind
done
Grunkle.
now. Why did you bring us your problem?
Grunkle feel hungry.
I'm
And
gonna hide behind Grunkle.
it's at this point that I am going to...
Grunkle, smash!
Yeah, Grunkle raise smash.
Where is it?
Can Grunkle draw his spear like in one hand and have his sword in his main hand? Or is this going to be unreasonable?
Spear in left hand?
Spear in my offhand, and then my sword in my main hand. In the thought line of if I get my sword disarmed, then I would switch over to my spear quickly. Or would you say that would fight with my combat style?
I'm not sure about dual wielding like that.
Oh, I know, not like a dual wielding, like double attacking, but like since my mortuary sword's one-handed, it'd be like if I was holding a lantern or a shield in my offhand.
Right, but
Except that it
if
wouldn't
you're
do
trying
anything.
to use sword moves while holding a spear and like getting your spear out of the way, do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it would,
well, yeah,
it would be...
if it fights with my combat style, then I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Let's say no for now, but make a note to bring up during under the table, and we'll look up the rule.
Okay.
Along with bleeding, if somebody can note down bleeding, we'll look that up during. I don't have my notebook here, unfortunately. Okay. You guys have heard this. I'm gonna give each of you some time to react. You know that someone's coming this way.
This is the bandits. I'm gonna run behind. Yeah, I'm gonna run behind this the massive ogre that's in front of me.
I'm gonna switch back out for my battle axe and shield. I have a metal shield now, by the way. I got rid of the wooden one.
When? It wasn't
Don't you
noted on
remember
your.
that? Like,
It wasn't noted on
yeah,
your
it
roll
was.
20 sheet.
Yes, it was. Let me go find it.
Wait, do I have a wooden shield?
No, I don't believe
Talents
so.
and trappings.
Do we not start with a wooden shield?
We do start with a wooden shield, but I
It
traded out for metal
Also
shield.
wasn't on
Yeah.
your character sheet.
Armor and shield, metal shield, right there.
Worth noting.
I bought a metal shield at the beginning.
I don't remember, but I'm not. I mean, if you did, you did. You know.
Yeah, it's there. Metal shield.
In roll 20.
Yes, I'm staring at it now. I can
Oh, yeah, leather armor, metal shield. Yeah, I totally missed that. Didn't even see it. So you have a
Wait,
metal
can
shield
you-
and a leather wood shield.
Do I have a
No,
wood shield?
I got rid of the wood shield.
Oh,
Traded it.
but
I
wood
just
shield was
don't
on your
have
character
it.
sheet too.
No, it's not. Should be.
What the fuck? What was I looking at? How? Why did I just give you a wood? I wouldn't just give you a wooden shield for no reason.
Oh yeah, I do have a wooden shield. It came with the class,
Yeah.
but I want to not have the wooden shield. That was
Okay.
Can I
the
have
idea. Was
his
to
wooden
not
shield?
have it anymore.
Did you sell it?
Can I?
Can you sell it to me?
No,
just throw it to
he
Grunkle.
you bought a metal shield. So when you did
Right.
that, did you sell the wooden shield?
I wasn't aware I could.
So you were
Yes.
just walking around with two shields.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean,
That's your
can we
rap
say
name.
I stole it? I mean,
2 shields.
Okay. No, that's fine. We can say you sold it. I mean,
okay.
How
much
that
was
would
that?
make way more sense for your character to do than be like,
Yeah,
no, I have
yeah.
2 shields.
I am shield man.
Yeah.
So how much would I have gotten for the wood shield?
I will let you know. Give me 2 seconds here.
I'll be right back really quick if you're gonna look up shield pricing
Yeah, no worries.
in the shield economy.
Jeez. Pricing's so fucking off. So you would have done this. You would have done this before you ever got to town, correct? Because I don't know where you would have done it in
this
town.
was,
Okay.
like, this is the same time I got the battle axe,
Okay.
which is before the campaign even
Okay.
started. I have no idea how to change
Okay.
it out.
So you sold it, so you get 1 gold crown. So you can add 1 gold crown
really?
to your
It's
inventory.
gold.
It does say 2 gold for buying it.
Oh, okay, for buying it.
Yeah.
Alright. So how would I get metal shield?
I just got rid of your. Yeah, I just got rid of your. I'll do it.
Okay. Do you need me to read off the stats?
Nope. This whole system has a
automatic?
drag and drop. Yep. Oh, and you're over encumbered again.
Oh, now I'm over encumbered. Fuck.
Yeah, the character does not have great carrying capacity.
What the fuck is a red cat mushroom?
It-
D20 is on the stream. It looks like I'm wearing a D20 necklace.
What it? Oh. It does, yeah. A red cat mushroom is a black market good. It is. Can't remember. Does it not say? It doesn't say anything about it. How interesting. It's a black market good. I don't remember exactly what it does. We'd have to look that up, but that's not something I'm going to look up right now.
So I'm gonna equip my battle axe and my shield.
Okay. Is your battle axe
So,
one-handed?
Yeah, it's one-handed.
Interesting.
It's weird because they name it a battle axe, and the first thing you think of is battle axe is two-handed.
Yeah, I would
Weird
think it was, but okay. If it's one-handed, it's one-handed. I'm not. Okay.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it is.
No, you're. I believe you. I'll. If you say
Battle
it is,
axe,
I'm-
martial melee, one-handed. Yeah.
That is not the. Interesting. Okay, whatever. Okay. So you're equipping, getting ready, prepping. Shifty's character. What are you doing?
Other than hiding behind the ogre, I pull out my bullwhip.
Okay, you've moved behind the ogre, and you see he pulls out this whip. Grunkle, what are you doing?
I'm not going to fixate on why my new friend has a whip. Well, actually, I'm going to note that down for later. Yeah, I'm grabbing my sword, preparing my combat style. Grunkle might get a little bit low to the ground, but it's like so that he can like get his feet in the runner stance, so that he can prepare to charge at anybody who comes at him with a vengeance. He's preparing a charge.
All right.
Way to say that.
Okay. I found something that doesn't match.
What's up?
Hang on. No, that's load.
Grunkle's dead.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck.
Out of the
Okay,
brush.
so-
Out.
Go ahead. I'm. You go ahead. I'm doing something.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening. I was like, I'll wait until we
Yeah,
get cleared up.
I'm trying to figure out why it's 3 encumbrance. That's. Yeah, you do you. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we'll fuck with encumbrance. I mean, it might be messed up. I don't know, but I just trusted the system and drag and drop and hoped. I was like, oh, that's probably right. Everything's fine. Who knows? Maybe it's messed up and we gotta fix it. Out of the brush comes 4. They're very recognizable to Shifty's character. These are some of the bandits. Some of the bandits, I note, from your the camp that you were held at. Sorry, making sure I had this noted down correctly. Yes. So some of the bandits, you know that there were it was a decent sized camp. It was pretty well established, had, cages for you guys, a couple different prisoners. You, instead of saving any of the other people prisoners, you saved this creature. And fled out into the woods away from this camp. You got your opportunity, you seized the moment, you fled. Now, some of them.
Was the only one that wasn't talking back.
It's true. Yeah, he's the only one that didn't piss you off. Or maybe everyone else was just scared of you for reasons you and I both know. Maybe that's how you escaped. You escaped into this clearing. You've hidden behind the ogre, and you see 4 men stepping out of the brush after you. They hold one. Yeah, okay. One steps out with a bow, immediately prepping it. One steps out with a sword, another with some javelins in hand, and another with a woodsman's axe. The one with the bow does get to act first. Actually, I'm going to hold that thought. I'm trying to remember, Grunkle, when I asked you what you were doing, you said, I'm waiting to see, I'm curious why my friend has a bullwhip, and then what did you say?
I said I wasn't fixating on why my friend has a bullwhip, and I was going to prepare a charge.
You were preparing a charge. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, like crouching down a little bit to like get my foot back, you know, like how people do, like runners preparing for a launch off.
Okay.
Sword in hand, obviously.
I'm gonna say, you guys, I want to give you guys a surprise action here, but they know you guys are here, and they know that they're looking for you, you know. So the only thing I'm gonna have them roll, because the only thing is they're expecting Shifty. They're not expecting you two.
Me and a creature.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have them roll to see if they are capable of handling you guys. I don't know if there's a specific rule for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them roll.
Fear roll?
Well, they're
like
not
an ogre
immediately
and
afraid
a
of you.
dwarf. Okay.
I'm going to have them roll, where's awareness? I'm going to have them roll an awareness just to see if them becoming aware of you and they're fine with it, or they're like, what the fuck? And they're like, they stumble, because if they stumble, you will get a surprise round. And I'm going to give you that. You were like, hey, a dwarf and an ogre is not something you'd expect to stumble upon out here. So I'm going to make this a little bit harder of a roll for them. We're rolling. They did fail. I'm going to give both of you guys prepped actions. Actually, he changed weapons. Grunkle didn't. Grunkle prepped a readied action, right?
Grunkle's ready to charge.
Okay, Grunkle, you get.
He's in charge.
You get a moment. This is, you get 3 action points. What do you do?
Wait, is it me?
Yes, I'm giving you. That's what we just talked about. I gave you the surprise action.
I guess shouldn't it be Shifty that has the surprise action since he's next in the turn order?
Shifty didn't
or are
ready.
you talking generally
Shifty
to all of
didn't
us?
ready any actions. You're the only one who did.
I did.
Oh.
You're right. I ran behind you and hid.
Yeah, he changed weapons
yeah,
and hid.
wanna...
He changed weapons. You readied an action.
I didn't change weapon.
Yeah.
I just equipped the weapon.
Right.
I
From
will
fist
charge
to- yeah.
for the axe man.
Axe guy.
Because
Okay.
that's the biggest weapon and the one I'm most jealous of at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna charge towards him and let out the traditional ogre war call.
Oh yeah. What is
run
that?
amok.
The police.
It's like an ogre alarm.
All right. So
ogre police are coming.
run amok is the one that gives you plus 20.
Correct.
Okay, and then charging gives you an extra d6, so you roll it as you did against the creature that we won't talk about. We won't tell Shifty about.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Plus 20. 1 die. Standard fortune made of me.
All right. You rolled martial
critical
melee.
success.
Crit success. God damn. All right.
That's a 22 out of 77 for the listeners.
Perfect.
Grunkle's
Thank
bringing it really funny
Thank you, Pickles,
with
for
his
doing
war
that.
call.
Give me a damage roll, unless you want to re-roll.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you got 15 damage. Now, before I say anything, do you want to use a fortune point to explode one of your dice? I'm going to look at what you actually rolled. You got a 3 and a 5, so you could change one of those or both of them to 6s.
That's a tough one. Because I could do a lot more damage and potentially kill off one of our enemies right away, but then they'd have it. What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning towards doing it.
Go for it.
I was hoping for more of like a unanimous, like, yeah, let's kill
Fred has nothing to say to you.
What do you have any strong opinions, Fred? Yeah, you don't care? Okay, I'm doing it.
All right.
Explode with fortune.
All right.
20.
So you got a 6, a 2, and a 5. I want to make sure. What did that do to your original roll? Original roll? Where? Oh, it just took away your original
5.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious what your original. Do you remember what I said your original rolls were?
It's a 15. A 3 and a 5.
3 and a 5. So it must have re-rolled the 3 and got a 2.
Or something like that.
I was curious what dice it.
Or no, it re-rolled because it was a 3 and a 5, and so they re-rolled the 3 to make it a 6, and then got
right. And then
2 as the
2
second.
is the
So,
extra.
yeah.
Okay, I was curious what dice.
+5.
I wanted to make sure it didn't re-roll both dice. Or only
No, just
re-roll
the lower
one
one.
dice is what I wanted to double check. Okay, you could use a second. No, you can't use a second fortune
Yeah,
point. Looks
nope,
like.
I can't eat a 20, Axeman.
So you roll a 20. God damn. Damage threshold. So that will take him straight to moderately wounded.
Oh. I was hoping to
You were
get him slain.
You were close. No, not to sling. But I am curious.
well.
So I want to see if I'm just gonna click. Okay, so they don't have an option to take injuries, which is an interesting. Do NPCs not take injuries?
Well, it could be like Savage Worlds where minions simply die when they take a first injury or are incapacitated or otherwise knocked out.
Yeah.
Since I mean, I only mention that because this system uses a similar. You got to roll to see if there's an injury, kind of thing.
True, but what? So on your character
points.
sheet, if you click like seriously injured, it says, "Do you want to roll for injury?" But on the NPC, it does not do that. So that's why I'm curious.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, you're talking like permanent disfigurement as if it's a long running character.
Yeah, or I mean, you cut off his arm and now he can't use his weapon. That would be good to know.
Gotcha.
Like that would,
gotcha.
Because then he can just keep using his weapon, even though you technically cut off an arm because we didn't roll for it.
I mean, I guess unless you have a table, you can just roll on manually.
Yeah, but I don't remember
the
I don't remember the rule off the top of my head. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna table that for under the table.
Sure.
Under the table that. Okay, cool. So moderately wounded.
Okay.
So you go ahead and roll 1d10 for me. We'll get the damage location as we do.
I did a 10.
A 10.
Head?
Straight to the legs, apparently. Low rolls are good. High rolls are bad.
Oh,
so,
right. Yeah.
Straight to the leg. You cleave into one of his legs. Apparently he's fine because he doesn't take injuries, but he's definitely moderately wounded in that leg for sure. You have one action point left.
I'll save it to react to parry.
All right. That brings us to the guy with the bow.
Top of the turn order?
Yep, top of the turn order now. So it's the bandit with the bow. All right. I'm gonna play this. God, I swear I start streaming and then my phone blows up. Okay. I'm gonna play this.
Every time.
I'm gonna play this real, and we're gonna see how combat goes because this is just a tester. I'm not trying to kill off any of your characters. I just want to see like what happens if I play it real. All right. So he has 3 action points. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take aim for 2 and shoot for 1. So that gives him a plus 20 to his attack with his hunting bow. who would he see as the biggest threat? Probably the ogre.
Who would he see as the biggest?
I feel like the ogre is going to be the one where they've stepped out into this field and they go, oh shit.
Oh god, he has friends.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're gonna.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Well, whatever. I get a bonus fury die when I'm nearly dead.
Yeah. So he's gonna attack. Standard roll. Don't flip. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Well, if he's anything like us, this means he's got like a 50 tops on his skill.
Well, he had
Oh
to
my
roll an
God.
80 or less, and he got a 4. It's not a crit, but it is
Oh,
a
yeah.
success.
So his base level was 50.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's way better than us. Or at least me. I don't have a single 50.
Some of you guys do. That's his only 50. I think Shifty has a 50. Fred, do you have a 50?
A 50 for talents?
What?
For
Or
attributes.
attributes, I mean, yeah.
Wake up.
I have a 54.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
54.
Okay. I just have
Both of them
stats
have
then,
50s.
okay.
You don't have 50 apparently.
That's what I was gonna
To be
say,
fair,
that's like I immediately feel outclassed there once somebody has a 50. It's
I
like
think Fred or Shifty rolled shit stats like 3 times in a row. They were all under average, so we had to re-roll them. He rolled terribly. Like,
all right, give me some damage.
Been rolling
Or,
terribly
let's
since
see what
we started
happens.
this campaign, so
so we got a 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my misfortune to explode one of those.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he only has one. He only gets 1d6, but we're going to explode one. So he does 11 damage, and that will flip that misfortune back to you. Now, on your damage threshold, is that more? What is your damage threshold base?
8.
8. What is your second one?
14.
Okay, so it doesn't do more than one, so you just get 1 tick down the damage line.
Okay.
So what does that put you at?
Lightly wounded.
Lightly wounded. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, I fucked up something on my end, but it isn't important. Okay. Okay, so that was all 3 of his action points. So he's done. That brings us to Shifty. Shifty, you're at the ready with a bullwhip. Your
Yeah, I'm not
ogre
close to anything.
protector has just taken off.
I'm not actually close to anything though, am I?
You're within 1 move.
What's one move? Because this is done in yards, and I don't understand yards.
That much. Let me open up a character sheet. You're within 8 yards.
8 yards?
Yeah.
All right. Would my bow probably tells me how far it is for it, right?
Trapping this
14
hunting bow,
yards?
14 yards up to.
So 14 is the max, right?
Yes.
All right. Seeing as the dude's kind of just walked out, stumbled, saw the ogre, and panicked a bit, I'm gonna swap out my weapons because I don't want to get any closer to them.
Okay. Changing your weapon again. Saying changing your weapon at the beginning of your turn will not cost an action point. I see a cat butt.
Okay. So yeah, I put my bullwhip back on my I put my bullwhip back on my belt, and I pull my hunting bow off my shoulders, and I ready a shot.
Okay. So, do you want to take 2 actions to aim, 1 action to aim, or are you just no actions to aim? You're shooting.
No, I'll take 2 actions to aim. I
2
guess,
actions
'cause
to
that
aim, and then
that
1
means a chance of hitting them.
1 action to hit. Okay. So go ahead and roll your bow and put the plus 20% into your chance.
Is that just me clicking on the bow?
It should
in
be.
my trappings?
Yeah. Click on the die next to your bow.
This one. Oh, okay. And it's. Do I have to change anything, or is it just a standard?
No, it's remember give yourself the plus 20% chance.
All right. That's the base chance modifier.
Yes.
Plus 20%. And
Let me ask, are you shooting at the one that Grunkle just charged?
The one that I can see. I assume Grunkle's blocking that one.
There are 4.
Yeah, we're outnumbered by 4 warriors.
They're not outnumbered.
Well, I mean, we have 2 warriors. We have a bard, and I don't know what Shifty is.
Yeah.
That's like 2.1 to 4. Until I know what Shifty is.
is the one that Grunkle just charged blocked by Grunkle?
For a range shot, yes.
Then I'm not shooting that one.
Grunkle counts as large
whatever
cover.
one looks like. What would be the one that looks like the most threatening to Grunkle?
There's a javelin one.
There's a guy with javelins. There's a guy with the axe who's behind Grunkle. There's a guy with a sword, and there's a guy with a bow who just shot Grunkle.
I'll shoot the bow guy.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck him up.
That's this guy. All right. I'm gonna note this. Okay.
Am I supposed to be seeing something different on the screen? It's fine.
You haven't.
All right, and so it's
What do you see on the screen?
My pet?
No, it's right. What am I supposed to see on the screen?
So I was wondering what you were seeing on the screen. Let me do.
The Arwen's Rest.
I'm gonna go check out the stream real quick, and I'll see what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, it should be Arms Rush.
No, I'm seeing what you're seeing. It's fine. It's fine. I'm seeing what I see what you're seeing.
Okay.
I'll roll
Are
this.
you wondering about a combat map? I'm not doing combat maps because I want us to talk it out. Because people listening, if you were just doing a combat map, it's like I move here and do this, and people are like, "What?"
Right.
So that's why when you're like, "How
Right.
far am I away?" I'm saying
Did I-
within one move, because that way you don't have to be like, "Oh, I move 1, 2, 3, 4."
Did I do
No,
that
doesn't
correctly,
matter.
or did I do that incorrectly?
Let me see. 1d 184, 60. Looks about right. Is your combat skill a 42?
Which one's my combat? Combat.
Your
Yep,
combat
that's
attribute? Yeah. So then plus 20, you needed a 62 or less. You rolled an 84. You failed. You could.
right. Okay.
Is that what the other action point was? Is flip to succeed? It might have been. I can't remember. While I look that up, actually, I think I have it in my quick traits here. Do you want to use a fortune point to fix that?
Do you guys want me to hit it? Fred, since you're the only one here now.
Yeah, pickled left. I know I have this somewhere. Fred?
Yeah, sure.
Is Fred still in the game?
He's still there.
Should be. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
He's
No one
just
wants to
kinda
answer
looking
you.
down. Yeah, no one wanted to answer me. Yeah, sure. I'll explode the dice.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to feel something.
Before you do, I just want to make sure. I'll check channel power.
We're gonna be so screwed later.
Why?
Yeah, I mean
The fate
the-
points.
the misfortune point I spent has already been used back on me.
Yeah, you guys have 4 fortune points in your favor right now.
I thought he just used.
Well, you just used one,
Well,
but I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
so now it's flipping back again, but at least they're being used promptly.
For now.
Well, I mean, the one was. Come on, leave me alone. I just wanted him to actually hit and do something. if I
Yeah,
wouldn't have if I wouldn't have exploded that dice, he would have shot you and it would have done nothing.
Yeah, and that would have been really cool.
Yeah, I bet. So just so you know,
Unharmed.
Pickles is like, we're way outclassed here. He shot you and it would have done nothing. The only reason he was able to do 1 tick of damage was because he had a misfortune point.
Because I tried to get more. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
I
you're
tested
using
fate
one.
and-
I don't have. If somebody wants to take a second and real quick look up. Actually, did I look up the fortune points? What you can use them on? I want to give Shifty the best chance he has here. No one has it available. All right, I'll look it up.
Fred just said
He's
he's
down
not.
by.
Stand by.
Oh, Fred did. I apologize. You're probably
Oh,
gonna
I
find
gotta
it faster
find
than me.
though.
Patience is not your strong.
I
suit.
didn't hear him. I think I might have talked over him. That's my fault.
I think you did.
I just-
Auditory
the only-
patience
the
is
only
not your
reason-
strong point.
Yeah. The only reason I wanted, because I think we could use the fortune point to have him re-roll, which will help him. But I have a feeling one of the options is you can use the fortune point to just flip to succeed, which would make it a 48 and means he automatically succeeds whether
That's
he rolls
one
or
of
not.
the. That's one of the options on the game thing we got here.
It's in Mythos too.
Let me get my thing back. If I click reroll, no, it just rerolls it.
No, there's one option that says flip, I think, or something.
I don't
think
know.
you got-
I clicked your
I think you
reroll
got-
and it rerolled and succeeded. So we'll just go with it for now. We'll look up the rule later. Anyways, you
Alright,
succeeded.
I'll keep looking.
Thank you, appreciate it. So go ahead. You succeeded. You're shooting the guy with the bow, with your own bow. So let's get damage.
Click the damage one.
What? Yes. Yeah. Click damage.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, 16. Not bad. You could use another fortune point to. Why are
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Why are 2 fortune points used?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good. 'Cause I don't think you
underlings
changed it over.
cannot use misfortune points to change the outcome of their actions.
Underlings.
What does
Now
that
you're
mean?
just assuming that they're underlings.
Yeah, these are people.
I'm just telling you.
That's interesting because that's the same thing with Savage Worlds. Is
I wonder if an underling would be Alexios in this case. He couldn't use your guys' fortune points.
I think the
Is
no, it says
Alexios one of-
misfortune points, but yeah, I get what
Oh.
you
Yeah,
I
Is
don't know.
Alexios these guys' follower or something?
he's kind of like our.
Is he a hireling? Did you guys hire
He's
him?
kind of like our butler, but
He kind of just showed up.
I'm sorry. No,
You guys-
I'm not. That's a joke. That's a joke, Wrath. I'm sorry.
I'm never
I know
giving you
he's not
guys
our
any help.
butler.
You guys never get any
I
help
mean,
ever.
We'll figure that out afterwards. That's fine.
Alexios is leaving the party.
Oh, keep,
Alexios will remember that.
I'll
Only
keep
yell-
looking,
No, that's
but
a joke.
That's
Alexios.
just one of the first things I found.
Okay, no worries. All right, so you rolled 16 damage. Oh, you are using. Oh no, it already used. Sorry, when you rolled damage, it already crit 6'd, so it exploded. You got an extra one, so you did 16 damage. Do you want to use another fortune point to explode your second dice?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so you're doing 16 damage to the guy with the bow. That will bring him to
I'm also yelling, "Leave him alone!" as I fire the arrow.
moderately
Leave
wounded.
Grunkle alone.
I don't think he knows any of your guys' names. I don't think we ever got
I
to the
don't
point
think
where we
I learned- I
I'm
introduced.
think
pretty
learned-
sure.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think you can
Grunkle-
talk to Grunkle without not knowing his name because Grunkle always says his name in sentences.
It's also true.
Grunkle introduced himself in accident when I introduced myself.
All right.
Grunkle not okay about that. But Grunkle don't have an opinion.
Okay, it's Alexios Crow's turn.
Fuck
Right.
him up.
Where's Alexios?
You're not a butler.
You're not a butler.
Show us you're not butler energy. I swear, because if he rolls a 100 here, it's gonna be like.
Okay, Alexios
Okay,
is gonna.
butler.
Alexios is also gonna move to where he can see. He's gonna aim and he's gonna throw his knife. So he's aiming, so that should give him a plus 10% advantage to hopefully help you attack. He hasn't been given any guidance. He's gonna go after the same guy that the new guy just attacked, just trying to like team up. So he's gonna attack the guy with the bow as well. Rolling. Terrible.
What did
Fail.
I say, Alexios?
He throws, and you see the dagger goes into the same tree that has a bolt also sticking out of it. And now it has a bolt and a knife sticking out of it. No, it's not that good.
He Robin Hood's the bolt.
That'd be a crit success. Crit. That's his turn. That's all he could do. He used his actions. That brings us to
Wait, he gave himself a plus 20 to get to that 51.
plus 10. He had to move to be able to hit it.
Oh,
Move,
There you go.
aim, attack.
I got the fortune point thing. Using a fortune point immediately after failing a skill test, spend a fortune point. You may then re-roll to generate a better result, but must accept the outcome. Note that you cannot use a fortune point to re-roll a crit fail.
Yeah, so that's one. What are the other two?
During combat, spend a fortune point to gain one additional action point on your turn.
That's the
or
other one.
imme-
Okay, that answered my question. Thank you.
Immediately after rolling a d6 chaos or fury die, spend a fortune point to treat it as a face value of 6.
Right. Yep. Already. Okay. So you could give yourself an extra action point during your turn. That was the other thing. That is good to know if you guys want to use that. Okay. So that brings us to the guy with the javelin. The guy with the javelin is I feel like he's probably going to attack Grunkle. Well, Shifty just shot his guy with the bow.
Who's the biggest, though? Who's
Yeah.
the biggest?
He is big. That's why I'm
Who's the
torn.
one with the characteristic that gives him a massive bonus to damage when he's near dead?
They don't know that.
Who
But
is the Tell
give
them.
me.
Can you tell them?
No, no, I'm not gonna tell them that.
You know your actors.
Sorcery point.
No, fuck it.
Ooh.
Why would they not go after an ogre? Grunkle is literally making noise.
Because this guy just came over and shot his buddy with a bow.
Yeah, well, it's
That's
like
the only
a tiny
reason
bow.
to wear.
Grunkle is big.
20. Fine, he attacks Grunkle.
Yeah, fuck him up. Fuck him up.
He
Don't give your butler energy.
He has to move, so he's just gonna get a +10 with the aim.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I was also their prisoner, so I'm really someone they want back for some reason.
You need a 70
So
or
they're
less. He
less
hit.
likely to shoot you.
Bring me your damage.
Chest 42.
Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. Damage. 9 damage. I do have a misfortune point again. Do
Yeah,
I
but
want to
they're
hit?
underlings. You can't use it.
I don't think that's right. I think there's something wrong with that because I'm allowed to use misfortune points for my combat. That's the whole point of why would I not? So I just get nothing? Like that doesn't make sense. I understand where you're coming from. I get it, but I'm like that doesn't make any sense because the whole point is you use them so that I can use them.
I agree, it doesn't make sense, but
I mean, I actually would say it does make sense because that's the same way Savage Worlds goes. Is each main villain I get has a number of bennies technically, and can gain bennies based on what you guys do. I believe can gain bennies like from specific things like doing a villainous speech. But the minions can't because the entire point of Savage Worlds, of course, is that the minions are ones you just blaze through with shotguns and Uzis and longswords, whereas the main villains, they have hit points like you guys.
I see it both ways.
That's logic there. Yeah.
The only other thing is that I've
So-
watched other people play the game and do combat tutorials. I literally watched someone do a combat tutorial, and their guys all got to use their misfortune points.
okay. In the end, you are the DM, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just telling you what the thing says.
I do see it both ways. I 100% do.
I got 4 hit points left. Bring it on.
Let's go. Oh, 4 hit marker. Yeah, I was like 4 hit points.
Yeah.
The only problem with that
that's
is
why I related to Savage. Is because
yeah. Okay, we'll go with that rule. Going forward, we're gonna go with that rule. The way the book says it, so that way I'm not going off them.
No.
You want me to keep damaging? Yo, Grunkle just wants to get into a rage. So that's it.
It's
Yeah,
up,
once
it's
I'm
up
at
to you,
seriously
Raph.
wounded.
I don't care either way, so it's up
So
to you.
he's doing
Seriously.
9 damage.
Fine, I'm just moderately wounded now.
Does that give you an injury?
Yeah, if you want me to roll for it. Horn shoulder.
26. Yeah, so once you get down to moderate, you roll once for 1 wounded. So torn shoulder. So he just threw a javelin through your shoulder. Whatever you were holding in your primary hand gains the ruined quality. Until fully recuperated, you start your turn with 2 less action points.
Oh, okay.
So Grunkle will have 1 action point, and what is the ruined quality? Jesus Christ.
That means he's his javelin has pierced my sword in a way that's broken the sword.
I feel like that's not right.
Because
That doesn't seem right.
we went over the ruined quality with Grunkle's potential to get overwhelming force. He can ruin a shield.
Right, but I want to
So
see.
the ruined
but
quality
this-
would mean the item is broken.
This guy threw a javelin at you though, and apparently ruined your.
Yeah, I'm
So,
looking.
no,
I'm looking.
It
The ruined
gave,
quality.
no, it gave the weapon that's in his hand that is the ruined, that destroyed shoulder.
When you
the
try
ruined
and
quality.
use a weapon with your main hand, you use it as if it was
okay.
ruined. Your sword isn't
Okay.
broke. It is said that the integrity of your armor.
Yeah, your weapon's not broken, your arm is.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Weapons of
Yeah,
this
that
quality
makes
Usually-
all more sense.
weapons of this quality
Until he
suffer
gets
-3 penalty to total damage. Is what it does.
Okay.
So until you get your arm fixed,
Oof.
anything you use in that hand is fucked.
But it's just
Okay, yeah.
-3 total
Berserker
damage.
is not a great build. Okay.
Oh, I don't know about that. This is our first test. This is why I wanted to run a test combat. You guys all said, fuck you, Wrath. I'm not doing it. So now you get whatever I'm throwing at you. So, well, hopefully it works out. If it doesn't work out, we'll fix it. You guys aren't going to get screwed. Don't worry. Consider this our tutorial. Yeah, I did a whole Discord post about it, trying to get a game together to do a tutorial combat.
Oh, you know what? I saw that post.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's all good. It's all good. Consider this our tutorial combat. I'm not gonna fuck any of you guys. Don't worry. If one of you guys have to use a fate point in this combat, I was in the wrong. So consider it that way. I'm not fucking you guys. This is our first combat. It's probably gonna be unbalanced. I'm learning. All right. So just take this as a tutorial example. All right. So we're just gonna play it out as normal. Grunkle apparently has a torn shoulder now. Your right shoulder was pierced by a javelin. Anything you try and attack with that weapon, it's like, you know, like you have a torn shoulder. It's gonna hurt. You're doing less damage. All right. That was all his action points. So that's gonna take us to Grunkle's turn. You have one action point.
Okay. Grunkle will just swing at the guy then.
Okay, with your primary weapon.
The only weapon I have equipped.
Right, yeah. Well, at the beginning of your turn, you could maybe put it in your offhand. I don't know how that would work out combat-wise.
I don't know either, but I'll just swing. I'm assuming that -3 is added. Oh, that's damage. Okay, so 19 out of 57.
Okay, so you definitely hit. I don't think it will automatically add.
So I rolled an 18, then it would probably be a 15.
Yeah, because you still got the crit, which is still great.
Only do one step, I'm assuming.
Let's see. Were you attacking the same guy with the axe again?
Yeah, with the axe, yeah.
Okay. That is this guy. And you actually, he is now grievously wounded.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He is now grievously wounded, and wait, why did it reset? There we go.
What would that look like then?
Roll a hit location for me, which I don't believe I had the other people do, but I need to remember because we're doing that.
Oh, I mean, I guess when I ask what does that look like, I mean more of like, so you slash somebody in a place and then you slash them again. So is grievously wounded like they're like bleeding heavily and they look like they're about to fall?
Yes.
Is that like they're still resolute?
They're one step away from slain.
That's more of what I'm interested. Okay.
If that helps. They're one step away from slain. So he's on death's door, I believe is the D&D term that I hear a lot of DMs say. Can I get a hit location 1d10?
Sure.
I believe this guy, you already cleaved into his leg, and you cleaved into his leg again. You've hacked his leg off.
Good. Goddamn good.
He hasn't even had a turn yet.
If I don't get an arm, you don't get a leg.
His leg is gone.
I will eat that leg later. That's a joke.
You've used actually, remember, you saved one of your action points. You have a second action point. Because you saved one of your... We're still in that same round of combat. Do you want to continue to save it to dodge or parry? Or do you want to use it to do something else?
I don't know what else I'd do.
Okay.
In the sense of I don't care. I want to parry or dodge, I guess.
Fair enough.
Before I take too many arm wounds.
Okay. The small creature that was saved by Shifty's character runs off into the woods.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Ride free, dog. Ride free.
Bye. Have a good time.
Torvekek, it is your turn.
Finally. Get to miss again.
What would you like to do? You have 3 action points plus 1.
Where'd the +1 go from?
Yeah, you have a trait that gives you +1 to action points, specifically used for either dodge or parry.
Okay.
So technically, you have 3 action points you can use, and you always conserve 1 extra action point.
Okay. I'm gonna go find a guy that has a sword or something and smack him over the head with an axe.
There is a guy with a sword. You want to target him specifically?
Is he a threat? Or is he just hung in the back?
Not a friendly.
Or is he not moved yet?
He has not had a turn yet.
Okay. Is there a way for me to attack him without getting surrounded, or is he with all his buttons?
Maybe this would be good to have.
Well, I think the
Token
question is,
points
who
up,
is the biggest?
Grunkle. You can attack Grunkle. Basically,
Like, they're getting chopped with an axe in the leg, and they're like, "What? That ogre's hitting me! How?"
just attack Grunkle is what he wants.
Yeah, well, eventually, after I get a bunch of penalties to my damage and whatnot, I will get a bonus 1d6 damage. And when I
okay.
get that, it will be beautiful, and it will offset my penalties.
So basically,
Not quite.
Grunkle ran up to this guy with an axe. Where is the guy with the javelin? Has moved within range of Grunkle. The guy with the bow also moved within range of Grunkle. The guy with the sword is still standing near the bushes. So you would need to move. You're within one move, so you would need to move and attack. That would be 2 action points. You could also do. Does take aim count?
I don't think I can do take aim with an axe.
Melee weapons. That's what I was curious about.
You could charge.
In a base attack, to your next attack action or perilous stunt on this turn, you can use it for melee.
Okay.
Yeah, you could charge as well. That's true.
Charge, aim, attack.
Charge is 2 action points.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Am I wrong on that?
What does charge give me?
Gives you a plus 1d6 fury die. For me, it gets me a plus 20 accuracy, but it just gives you bonus damage to do a move attack at the same time.
So is there a reason not to charge? I mean,
apparently I can't find the thing. I have it here. Okay, so charge. Charge at movement times 2 and add 1d6 fury die to damage. So you wouldn't charge if you were using a ranged weapon. If you wanted to save an action point. Because if you only need to move you only need to move 1, but charging would use 2 action points.
but I do have the dodge and parry.
Yes.
1 in reserves. Okay. So I'll do a charge and make these ranged guys very, very uncomfortable.
Okay, so you're going to charge and attack. Which one are you charging and attacking?
I'm guessing since the bow guy's out front, I'll do him.
Okay, so you're charging the bow guy. Perfect. All right. So with that, you will get an extra d6. So when you go to roll I had to remember. Yeah, when you go to roll, you're using, I believe you have your axe equipped, right?
Yes.
So you'll attack with your axe, and on there, on extra dice, you'll put 1.
Yep.
And you didn't do anything else, so yeah, then you roll normal. That is a critical success, my guys.
Crit success.
Crit success with the axe. You are all, I'm gonna roll like shit.
Yeah.
Crit success,
Yeah,
alright.
This is where it counts. This is where it counts.
Let me get a damage roll. Yes, please. 13 damage, so it looks
13.
like you got
Holy shit.
a 3 and a 3. You could use a fortune point to turn one of those into a 6 and get the exploding die. Which you might as well do, because apparently I can't use misfortune, so.
Only because they're minions.
Fuck it.
You could have made them all bosses.
Yeah, I'm pulling them.
No, that's
now I'm bringing a boss
like,
out the
with Savage
trees.
World, with Savage Worlds, it's built in a way where you want to have several minions that the people can like slaughter through. But then it's like you have a bunch of goblins, and then you have the orc chieftain, and the orc chieftain that's like running these goblins. Well, that's weird, the situation. But let's just say that's how it goes.
I
He
understand.
would be the one who'd be
Running
using like
But-
bennies and whatnot to re-roll stuff.
You can. I don't care if you use the misfortune die on these guys. I was just telling you what the book said.
No, I do like the idea. I watched another YouTube video where they are like, we're gonna do a combat tutorial to test it out and get familiar. They played it different. That's why I got the idea. Oh, we should do that so that way I get familiar, but we weren't able to. So,
Wait, there's a downside there though. If you don't spend your misfortune points,
you don't get them
then we
back.
run out of points.
Yes,
Exactly.
also true.
So you could choke us out on our luck there. if you don't have any like main villain characters there, or the boss characters, mid boss.
Yeah. So it's up to you. Do
Oh.
you want to use a fortune point to increase the damage?
I will keep the damages as.
Okay. He goes one step down the trek. He is now seriously wounded. So this is 2 steps away from death.
Fuck off.
He's very injured. Can I get a D10? Excuse me.
For me?
Yes.
How do I do so?
Same as roll 20 / R1
Yeah.
D10.
Strangely, it's the same as roll 20.
It is odd. Yeah. I was looking around for a dice roller, couldn't find one, so I was like, I wonder, and I typed it in, and it worked. Okay, 5. Body. So you ran in and just cut straight into his side. This bowman is fucked up.
To the kidneys.
This
I
bowman,
suggest you find somewhere else to start killing at.
yeah, this bowman is not looking good. That is, you charged and attacked, so that's 3 action points. That's your turn. All right.
I still have the dodge.
You do
parry
still have a
thing,
free to dodge your parry. Okay. So this is the guy with the sword. Finally gets to move. Okay, so he is gonna move and attack. He is gonna go after the dwarf only because he needs to free his rangers to keep attacking, and you've almost killed his bowman. Of course, his axeman is also missing a leg now, so you know. They're not looking good. Pickles is all over there like, oh, we're outnumbered. You guys are fucking these guys up.
Because we've gotten like 2 criticals.
Yeah.
Like this is the sort of thing where we're technically maybe even numbered, but still it feels a little outnumbered in the action economy. I don't know.
You
It's
guys
scary.
are rolling well. Okay.
Grunkle scaredy ogre.
He's gonna run up. He's gonna use this. He's moved, so he'll use an aim as well. They're going all out. They're not saving points to dodge. They're like, oh shit, we need to. They were not ready for this fight. He has a +10.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he failed. He swings at Torvekek and he misses. You probably just glance it off with your shield. You're like, nah, fuck you.
That's all you got.
That's his whole turn. That brings us to the axe guy. Finally gets to act. He's missing a leg already. He hasn't even had a turn yet.
Give up. Just give up. Your leg will be in my belly.
He's going.
Why don't you go fuck yourself? Yes.
He's gonna full out attack with a +20, fighting for his life against this ogre who just charged him and fucked him up twice.
Wait, does he
In
get a
one-on-one
penalty?
combat with the ogre.
Does he get a penalty for not having a leg when he's trying to swing a 2-handed axe at me?
They don't get injuries, so that's just flavor.
Oh, okay.
You guys get real people get injuries. These guys apparently don't. But on under the table, we're gonna double check that.
I
Okay.
just imagine swinging the axe and he can't balance, so he just tips over.
He just falls over. Yeah.
I like to imagine instead, like he goes unbalanced, but because he doesn't have that injury, he's got like an invisible leg. that stabilizes
Yeah,
him.
basically.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna fall.
He did succeed.
Hey! Barely.
Pig leg sprouts.
I would like to parry him.
I'd like to say Fred's cheering against you right now. You did save an action point. You can parry. So the
Click
way,
parry button.
yeah. Let's see what that does. See if
The
it
parry
works.
button.
Okay, so
Failure!
Grunkle tried to parry and he failed. So this guy is going to hit you. For damage, 8 damage. And I can't do anything with that. So it does say explode with
that'll do
It
one
does.
wound.
It does say explode with misfortune. I'm just saying.
I am now seriously wounded, and that means that I have, that I now have a,
What's the 2d6 you're rolling? Wait, it says to avoid injury. You rolled a 2d6. I think it's if you get a 6, you get an injury.
and I got a 4.
Yep. So you did not get an injury. I'm just gonna scroll up. I want to check the last injury. You
I
got.
now am I'm in a barbarian rage though.
Oh, are you? And what does that do?
Seriously and grievously wounded means I go into my warp spasm, and I deal an additional fury die with every hit.
Okay, is that something you can like apply, or is
Yeah.
that something we have to remember?
I mean, I can just apply a 1 fury die every time I roll.
Okay.
because
okay.
I'm in a berserker rage.
So it adds an extra. So if you're charging, you're attacking, and you're using your, so you get 3 fury die. That's insane.
Yes, if I was charging under this situation.
Yeah. That's wild.
I shouldn't be taking any more wounds. I'm in a bad place now.
I did double check. I went up. You did get a 6 on your first one, so that's why you got the injury. Okay, so you don't get an injury every time. That's good to know. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So you just got really unlucky. Got the torn shoulder. Okay. So that was his full turn to try and take you out. That brings us to the top of the turn order.
Put his axe in my tummy.
Which is Bow Guy. Yeah, he put his yeah, pretty sure. I didn't roll the hit location, but
one of my flowers.
he hit. Bow Guy's fucked. Bow Guy is currently engaged. Let me look at the
Good for him. How long have they been together?
Congratulations, Bo
Oh
guy.
my god. I'm so sorry that we got into this fight. Oh, you're on your way to your wedding? So sweet.
Okay, so he can use a maneuver, which is 2 action points, but it moves him 1 space away and not take an opportunity. It's like a disengage, but without... What?
1 space away from the dwarf that wants to cut him in half with his axe.
Basically, so he's gonna
Walk right into me.
No, he's moving away from both of you, and that used 2 action points, so he can shoot without any bonuses or anything. He's gonna shoot. God, who's he gonna shoot? The dwarf is fully armored. I think he's gonna shoot.
The ogre's invulnerable.
I want to shoot Shifty. I really do. But I think the ogre's the biggest threat. I think the ogre is the one. You're over there going into a rage, so they can see you probably over there like, Rah!
Why does the ogre look pissed off?
They're terrified. He gets no bonus to any of this. He's just gonna attack the ogre, and he failed.
Failure.
He shoots off into the trees. Someone's gonna have a bad day, right, Shifty?
No. I want it to hit in the sense that it like hits and just Grunkle's so enraged that like he flexes and blood like whips off or something, and the arrow hits, but it just like crumples against his arm or something,
shatters.
Like, and it's like,
Uh-oh.
Our arrows are made of plywood now.
Yep. That's his whole turn. That's Shifty's turn now.
This is my turn again?
Yep. You have your, what weapon did you have out? It wasn't your whip, it was your other weapon.
I equipped my bow.
Your bow. Your bow is out. Okay. What would you like to do? You've got 3 action points.
The guy
From
that's
what you
attacking Grunkle.
Good. Yes. Well, a bunch of them are attacking Grunkle.
Javelin bitch would be a good one.
The javelin bitch? Can I hit the javelin bitch, or are there people in the way?
The dwarf is in the way, but the dwarf is short.
Wait, isn't Javelin right there?
Yes. Technically,
How do you...
Oh,
technically he's like
my
there
character
somewhere.
sheet was covering it. Yeah. Okay.
But the dwarf is short, so it wouldn't. You're fine.
Would fly right over the dwarf. That's cool. Then
Basically.
I'll fire at that guy then.
Yeah, the dwarf isn't hindering anything. He doesn't count as low cover. So if you're not moving, you could take a +2 to aim. +20 to aim, I should say.
Same thing I done last time.
All right.
Not this one. This
Big money. Big money. You got this.
Plus
You're not a
Just
butler.
imagine
Base
if
pounds
he,
modifier.
I just imagine if he misses, he ducks behind the dwarf.
Yeah, he's hiding behind the dwarf.
Yeah, that's
that
not
is
butler
success.
energy. Yeah.
These guys used all their actions. They don't have any action points, so he can't dodge. So you get to roll damage.
Damage. Amblage.
9. Do you want to use a fortune point to exploit this damage?
How damaged did this person look?
Not at all. The javelin guy has not been hit yet.
Then I'm gonna leave it how it is for now.
Okay. He goes 1 step down. He is now lightly wounded. You shot. Give me a 1d6, please, or a 1d10, please. I really wish there was just a die roller. It's weird that there isn't.
Like that?
You might be able to find that by like
As
going
a
through
extra
Foundry systems.
Yeah. Actually, you can add
Ooh,
the
a 4.
arm. Yeah, so you shot him in the arm, but these guys don't take injuries, so I guess that really doesn't matter. But for flavor, you shot him in the arm. There's a
shouldn't
now.
that make it more difficult, like to throw a javelin if you got an arrow in your arm?
You would think.
Well, yeah, but you're the GM, and so would you think?
Yeah, what do you think? It's not.
You shot him in the left arm. He throws with his right.
Oh, that motherfucker!
Ah, damn. Okay, you used all your action points. That brings us to Alexios. Now, Alexios threw a knife last time. He did not do well at that. Even with the plus 20.
Please, Alexios, try.
Try. He is not gonna get into. I'm realizing that I moved the wrong character. You're here. Alexios is going to. Alexios is gonna he's gonna try and help Grunkle here. Obviously, Grunkle needs it, and he's gonna go after the guy who's most injured. Actually, no. Did Grunkle yell out "Javelin, bitch"?
No, I don't think he
So,
did.
so how did Shifty know to go after the Javelin, bitch, if you guys weren't communicating?
Well, no, I said that because I would think that his character would see that as obvious. We're all here in the scene as characters, so obviously Grunkle's blocking and beating the woodsman guy,
Sure.
and the javelin guy would be the only one there who is sort of not been injured. I know the swordsman guy, I think he's not injured yet, but javelin guy is one of the ones that answers your question. Who's attacking Grunkle? Who hasn't really been attacked yet? Bow guy's engaged, sort of. Sword guy's engaged. Wood guy's engaged. So who else would be
fired
javelin?
at the javelin guy because the bow guy didn't pay him any attention when you shot the bow guy.
Yeah, and so that was why I mentioned javelin bitch would be what I would say as like is the obvious in scene character you would go for.
After my first target didn't pay attention to me, I shot my second target.
Because Grunkle has like an arrow and a spear sticking out of him, and an arrow crumpled on the floor around him.
Yeah. Okay.
So the javelin would be an obvious thing.
He'll attack the javelin then.
Sorry.
He's going to do the same thing. He's going to aim and fire. He succeeded this time attacking the javelin guy. He throws his knife. He gets a 5. And I'm not allowed to do anything with the fortune points, right? So he just gets a 5.
Yeah, we just all glare Alexios for a moment.
The Alexios,
Wow.
the Alexios, the knife skims by and you see it like nicks this guy's arm and maybe like cuts him, but
we all turn as one to Alexios.
Oh, your dad that you don't know, Alexios? He's disappointed in you.
I'm so mad that I made this character to be like a supporter and you guys all hate him and I can't make him cool.
I
can't. I'm trying. He saved your lives. He's helping in combat, even though he's not a fighter.
We're joking, right?
No, I know.
Attack.
You guys are perfectly fine. I'm just over here like, God damn it. Like, I'm even like, Alexios, be cool. Like, I wanted you to be cool, man.
Alexios, what the
You were
fuck?
supposed to be here to be cool.
Yeah, damn, bro. Like,
I know,
you
I'm
introduce,
just talking.
like, we're mutual friends, and, like, we're friends, and then Alexios and I are friends, and I, like, brought him in and introduced him to my friends, but then he's being such a fucking nerd that I'm like, God damn it, bro. Like, be cool.
Alexios, what the fuck?
You're making me look bad, man.
Look, even the guy that likes everyone's starting to dislike you.
Alright, that's his
Come
whole
on,
turn.
man.
That brings us to, whoops, what? No, what did I just do?
Status dead. They're all dead.
No, I didn't,
They're all dead.
I didn't mean to mark him dead. He's not dead.
You killed them. I
No,
saw
Look
it.
at that.
It's
Combat
You already
complete.
defended
It's Javelin guy's turn.
Bleeding out.
Javelin is he's gonna attack Shifty. Shifty just shot him with an arrow, right?
Attention to Shifty, finally.
Yeah.
But Okay, hold on. Shifty's character isn't even the biggest.
Okay,
but
it's
I
not
mean,
all about the biggest. He
trying to
just
get
shot
your
him with an
attention.
arrow. He just shot him
Yeah,
with an
but
arrow.
I'm
He's like,
bored.
what the hell? Ah!
I'm gonna feel personally insulted by this, Shifty.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I accept your apology. Actually, I didn't need it. I didn't deserve it, but
He succeeds throwing a javelin at Shifty. Shifty, you didn't save any of your action points, so you are not able
Correct,
to
I did not
dodge.
save any of my action points.
What is your damage threshold?
I saw that before. 4.
4. Okay,
What
what
the-
is
really?
your Okay, now I need
The
to pull up
second
your
one is
character
a
sheet.
10.
I'm pulling up your character
wait,
sheet. hang on.
really?
If I'm correct.
I'm pulling up your character sheet. Yes, it is. His brawn bonus
Oh
is
my god!
Wait, no, that's not right.
There's no way that's right.
Your brawn is a 51?
Yeah.
Oh, but it was brought down. Yeah, it was brought down to 4.
Brought down because of what I
Plus
have.
your damage threshold modifier. What is the damage threshold modifier again? Is it...
Did you want like an answer?
Yeah, I need. I
My
could-
damage threshold modifier is your BB, your brawn bonus,
No.
plus your DTM.
Yeah, that's your
down
damage
to mate
threshold
bonus.
modifier. Is what I need.
Oh,
The DTM.
not down to mate.
No. My damage threshold modifier is DTM. Yeah, that doesn't help Pickles. Oh,
Well, no, I said it's my down to mate
that also
is what I
doesn't
thought
help.
it was. Like if you're willing to have sex with Grunkle. My number's an 8, by the way. If you're down to.
Would that be DTG down to Grunkle?
Down to Grunkle.
Yeah, I guess more specifically, if it's just like down to mate with anybody, then yeah. But otherwise, it would be a DTG. Yeah.
I am down to Grunkle, guys. You know.
Yeah, and it's not like Torvekek and Grunkle spent a night in an inn together.
Oh, your damage threshold modifier comes from your armor.
Right.
It also changes your additional in their talents, traits, which each character step damage. Okay. That would make sense why yours is only a 4, because you're not wearing any armor. Grunkle is. Correct?
Yeah, flower tattoos.
No, Grunkle doesn't have armor either.
No, it did.
So how is yours an 8? Oh, you have a huge
my,
boost to your brawn. That's why. Oh, did you take points?
Yeah, I'm very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have a huge boost to your brawn. That's why. Yeah, so his really is only a 4. But that makes sense because your character is not a fighter. So, okay.
I'm very frail.
Okay.
I'm an ogre.
What is your second damage mark?
6. If I'm reading the correct, it's a 10. If I'm reading the correct one.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
mine says +6 and then 14. So I'm assuming the +6 is like the step thing rather than your number.
Yeah, I need the number, not the
So it'd be a 10 for you.
10. Okay, so you only go 1 step down your damage track. So you would be lightly wounded. So go ahead and click that.
Okay. Oh.
And do you guys like that it adds blood to your character sheet? I thought that was really cool.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I do.
Yeah.
I like more whatever candy that you're eating, Shifty. What is that? It looks really tasty.
On your character sheet.
RJ's red licorice.
It's Grunkle's turn.
with his-
I don't want to spend this whole
Gosh, that
fucking
looks-
game. We're going to spend this whole
Yeah,
game
talking
in
about
combat.
candy. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, Grunkle is going to be shrieking like a monster,
Mhm.
doing his like siren noise. He's gone full barbarian rage. And
What was your siren? Wee
you
woo,
see
wee
blood-
woo, wee woo.
What was the,
Something
what
like
was the
that.
siren noise again?
I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. That was perfect. I appreciate the commitment to the cause.
That's easy to fuck up. Okay, yeah. So he's swinging martial melee. He's going to use an action to aim, and an action to attack, and then he'll save an action.
Okay. So +10 to your
Oh wait,
base
no,
roll.
no, hold up, no. Torn shoulder, he can't do that. He's just swinging.
He's swinging.
Oh yeah, because you only have the 1 action point right now. Yeah.
So this is
But you
called-
do
I
get
call
1
this,
extra fury die because you are in your rage.
Yeah. So this is my roll. I call it "Can't Wake Up." Wake me up inside.
Failed. You could reroll with a fortune point. You have 3. And apparently I can't use them,
Used
so.
car salesman.
Yeah, no, I
It-
may as well.
Okay.
I feel like you're a used car salesman with the amount of times you bring up the fortune points. You could.
Well, you guys are
Well,
supposed to
that's
use
a
them.
good
I don't know
thing.
why you guys aren't.
Yep.
Okay, I won't help.
I used one. No, and I do
I'm
appreciate
just
that.
messing with you, Rat. Am I not allowed to joke, man?
No, you're not.
All right, you rerolled. You succeeded.
Oh shoot! I didn't roll with my sword.
That's why. Yeah, you need to. Come on, Pickles.
I'm sorry.
Do it right.
Get it together, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll it here.
Crit failure. Now you're actually rolling correct. Oh, and you can't re-roll a crit failure. Too bad. Just roll again. I know you messed up. It's fine. Just roll your sword again.
Okay, so I
Okay,
don't have
there
to
you go.
quote Linkin Park.
There's your success. Just get
21.
21 damage. My God. Do you
Each
wanna
leg.
explode one of those dice?
No, I want to slash this guy and start eating his corpse. No, hold on. I don't want to do
I
that.
see
No.
why.
I'm not going. Grunkle's not going to eat a person in front of his friends.
You were attacking the guy with the
Right.
axe.
Really know me.
I thought the rage meant you couldn't control it.
Yeah, I don't want to eat people in front of you, but
If it happens,
Grunkle
it happens.
is probably going to rip this guy to shreds and then turn on the other enemies before he starts feasting.
Oh fuck.
Takes the
Uh,
dude's leg with him as he turns around.
I mean, I wasn't even enraged when I said I was going to eat his leg.
That's not what I wanted.
That's Grunkle's gone off the deep end, and this is going to be embarrassing for all of us.
Okay.
Is this guy okay with the axe?
No, he is dead. You have cleaved right through him. He is slain and gone and on the ground. He pants and bludders and kind of reaches out to Grunkle and
No,
collapses.
fuck you. Put your arm down. I
You monster!
like, if I could slash him and he falls down, he's like reaching out. I just use my sword, the flat of it, to like push his arm down. No, you're
no,
done.
no.
You are a onion rings. And yeah, I guess that's my turn. I'm prepared to dodge if somebody.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. Finish that thought. Sorry.
Yeah, so I have my last or I have my free action, I guess, to dodge or what have. Yeah, I've used my turn.
Yeah. I was like, no, you don't have any other action points. That
Yeah,
will take
that's
us to
all I'm
Torvekek. Yeah, you get a turn before I do anything. What would Torvekek like to do? The sword guy has run up and is engaged with you.
Then sword guy will be the next to feel the wrath of the dwarf.
Let's go. All right. Let me save this. All right. Sword guy is ready. He doesn't.
All right,
He used all his
so-
action points. They can't dodge or parry. So.
So I need to roll battle axe.
Okay. Are you wanting to spend 2 points to aim, or are you wanting to do something else?
Sure. I mean, I'm not going to use them for anything else.
Okay. So plus 20 to your attack.
Plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Standard. Don't flip. Standard. Don't use. Gotcha. Roll.
That is a crit fail.
Fuck.
You cannot reroll.
No shit.
Yeah. So basically, you go to attack. He's not able to parry. So you just miss entirely and swing and stab into the ground. I'm not going to give you any other negatives except that it's really embarrassing. Even Alexios is looking at you like, bro. Even I didn't do that.
Yes, but you still can't hit shit.
Oh yeah, you hit shit, the dirt. So scared.
At least I almost cut this man in half. You cannot hit squirrel.
It's true, he did miss the squirrel. The sword guy. Now let me see where I roll this.
Step away for a second.
Yeah,
Torvekek.
he slapped into the dirt. That's what he did.
Corby.
Need to find the spot where I can roll this. Give me 1 second here. Dodge, parry, move. Okay. Okay, I believe it's this one. Give me 1 second here, just to double check. This is in your guys' favor, so. Okay. I'm not for sure on this, but I'm going to assume it's correct. So we are going with a resolve check at standard. How'd he do? He succeeded. They just watched their axe guy get slain, so they're doing morale checks now. But he succeeded, so he's fine, and he is going to attack the dwarf in front of him. He just slapped into the dirt. I'm not going to give it any... Well, he's going to take his aim action to make sure he hits. Rolls. Got a 7. He does hit. But only for 6. What is your damage threshold?
Hang on. I lost my thing.
No worries.
Where did it go?
If you double click your token, it should pull up. If you're talking about your thing
No,
is your character sheet.
I lost my tab.
I have NPC tabs, so
Hang
they're
on.
different.
There we go. Okay. So I need to do what?
I need to know your damage threshold.
I can't parry it?
You've used all your action points. How would you? Oh no, you do have a free action point. You're absolutely right. Go ahead and click the parry on his simple melee attack up there. You failed.
Nope, still failed.
So you will. Good point. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Yep. So what is your damage threshold?
That would be under...
Attributes. It's on the right side underneath your stress, fear, terror.
9.
9. Okay. He slashes into you, but it just glances off your armor. You guys are very armored. That's his whole turn.
You can't even hit the broadside of a barn, can you?
You guys are very armored.
and then there's Shifty.
Not even wearing my armor at the moment.
This guy needs to roll a resolve check at standard. How do you do? He failed. Bo guy's running away.
Yeah.
You
No,
run
not
me
damn
alive!
Damn right.
No, he's not. I'm gonna shoot him.
Torvekek turns to Shifty. Don't let him get away.
Damn. Okay.
Shoot his ass!
Shifty's turn.
Yeah, I'm shooting the dude that's running away.
Let me see. What
Unless
is your
he's further than 14 yards.
what is his move? Let's see. He is 21 yards away. Actually, from where you are, he is 28 yards away. So you could move 2 and shoot for 1.
I'll do that then.
Okay. So you will move 2 and shoot for 1. Go ahead and give me a roll. Standard.
So base chance modifier of 0.
Yep. Because you weren't able to take any aim. You're gonna hit.
Nice.
That's
Good job.
go. Give me damage.
Can't escape that easily.
He is hurt too.
Fuck him up.
You see the arrow stabs into him, and he keeps running.
Fucker.
He'll remember you.
He'll remember, yeah.
I remember the time he fucked with our group.
That's it. That gives me Alexios Crow. All right, Alexios, come on, bud. That guy's
Don't
dead.
be a butler. Don't be a butler.
This guy is dead. You got these two.
Actually having armor that works, unlike in Savage Worlds where armor doesn't matter.
Armor matters. It's just that you guys have bulletproof armor, and I gave you guys swinging claws. and a guy with a baseball bat. Yeah.
A dude with a baseball bat.
He fucked me up.
But you got victimized by something with bitey teeth, and
Alexios
yeah,
is gonna pull out his last dagger, and he aims at this javelin guy,
yes.
and he throws. He
Do it.
hits. Where's javelin? Where's javelin? Hang on. There's sword.
Javelin guy's in front of me.
Yeah, I didn't have his character sheet open.
hit him in the throat. Hit him in the throat.
Cuts him. Nicks him again.
In the throat?
Nope.
It's about time you hit something.
It's the second time he's nicked the javelin guy.
Yeah, it's like he's throwing rubber knives and they just kind of bounce off.
I keep going into the fucking Scottish accent rather than the Russian one.
Not enough.
I don't know why.
It's not enough. I'm very disappointed. Okay. That brings us to javelin guy.
Resolve?
Yes, resolve. Absolutely. Thank you. Resolve check. Standard roll. Failure. Javelin guy's running away too.
Run for your life!
God damn it. Okay, that's Grunkle's turn. Grunkle, there's the sword guy's there, the javelin and the bow guy are sprinting through the woods.
I like the difference that there's actually people that run.
I'm mad that there is.
Am I
It's a
able?
change of pace.
To be fair, I mean, I did some damage. We fucked up Grunkle.
Yeah. Grunkle
Yeah.
got fucked up pretty good.
Is Grunkle able to move and attack, or with his torn shoulder, can he not move and attack?
It says you lose 2 action points, so that only gives you with 1 action point.
Okay.
I'm
Grunkle
playing
is going to...
this per what the thing
Yeah.
says, and we'll We'll homebrew it
Grunkle will
once we get
lumber
through
over.
combat and kind of understand how it works.
And I want it to be like he's stomping over very deliberately, breathing heavily, and like giving off his weird siren like roaring noise. He's moving over, and I want this person to know that when I get over there and my next turn, they're going to die painfully.
When I get there, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Using his sword as a walking stick.
I will say, flanking this guy gives everyone a +10.
Good.
Just
That's my turn.
I just looked it up. I was like, ooh,
This-
you're flanking. That's got to give you something. It does. It's a
this-
+10.
Poor guy.
So now,
Fuck him up, Torvy.
when you attack, it'll be a routine challenge rating. That brings it to Torvekek's turn. So remember, if you attack, make sure you change it to routine. Are you aiming and attacking?
I mean, I might as well.
So it's a +20, and then routine is a +10, so it's a +30 to hit. If you fail this,
Don't tempt me. +20, and then what else?
It's routine instead of standard.
Routine expedition.
That is a success, and he can't do anything. So
Make him eat blood.
8 damage.
you could use a fortune point to explode.
Do it,
Boom.
please.
18 now.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
sword guy. 18. That's the first time he's been hit. But he is now moderately wounded. You have slashed
Oh, yeah, I
into
need to
him.
roll the-
Roll the what?
that.
Oh, 3? Yeah,
Into
let's see.
his-
Straight
Chops it
into
off.
his, not his head. You need a 1 to hit head. That is into his arms, though. So, you've hit his left arm, because he can't take an injury, and he still gets to use his weapon. Which I think is dumb, but it doesn't automatically do it, so I guess it's just something I'm going to have on hand and
Feel
know.
really confident.
So going forward,
Yes,
I'll do that.
real
But,
confident.
so yeah, you fucked him up.
I like to think that Torvekek's just trash talking them the entire time.
I would imagine so. Sword guy has to do. He already did his resolve check, didn't he? He did.
Yeah, but he has
Oh,
no allies.
Should you
Sure.
do resolve checks on the guys running away, as they're running away to see if they come back, or?
I will, as long as there's still combat. If like this guy dies, I'm not gonna have them
Okay.
turn around and come back. I'm double checking. The character is outnumbered 3-1.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's 2-1.
There's
4-1.
there's yeah
'cause
there's
the guy that's still on the map is dead over
yeah
there.
yeah.
Oh,
So he will do a resolve check, and this time it is challenging. Make sure I read that right. Where is it? Right here.
Like he's like thinking like, okay, I've been hit once. All my allies have given up. There's a giant ogre here and a dwarf and a guy pelting me with knives.
And he's
Pelting my
just
friends
he's
with
not
knives.
like fighting for king and country. So it's
It's just like,
well,
yeah, I think I could take him.
yeah, I'm a nope.
Psych.
I think we should run away.
Psych. He is going to run full movement, but invokes attack of opportunities from both of you.
Okay, I will swing.
Yep, both of you guys can swing as he attempts to flee.
I hit with a 4 out of 57. By the way.
No, you didn't, because you didn't
Okay,
roll
no, I didn't.
correctly.
God damn it.
so I don't get to aim, right?
No, just swing.
Okay.
Well, then I
So it's-
critically fail.
Okay. Grunkle stabs his sword into the dirt. The same exact
So he's
spot that
still-
Torvekek also stabbed his axe into the dirt. It's weird.
So it would be still a routine difficulty rating, right?
Yes.
Because he's still flanked.
Yep. He is still flanked. You both fail.
I
Okay.
did not give myself a routine roll though.
You still would have. Well, no. Grunkle. A routine roll would have been a 67% chance. That would have given you a 66, which is a crit success. So, God, I don't even know how to roll that
Yeah.
as a crit succeed. I can't give that to you. So what I'm gonna have you do is just re-roll and give yourself the proper.
Okay.
That's
that
the best I
works.
can do because I can't
Routine.
give you crit success. So
My name's Grunkle, and I do 3 rolls.
yep. Okay.
9.
You at least hit, and you did do damage.
9.
That took him down
A
to
9 and a
seriously.
9.
That took him down to seriously wounded. He gets slashed in the back as he turns and sprints away. You have 1 dead bandit laying in the woods. You have 3 sprinting off through the woods. Shifty, your character knows that there's a large camp in the direction that they are running to.
Yeah.
You guys stand in the cleared field. We have a little bit of time left. What do you guys do? We are out of combat.
Away? Can I still see them? Oh, damn it.
Technically, well, let's see. If you are attempting to, yeah. The bow guy is gone.
Yeah, not the bow guy. The dude that was the last to run away. I assume he'd still be closest.
So Shifty, it's your turn. You still have eyes on the javelin guy and the sword guy.
The sword guy was the closest.
Sword guy, and weird mechanically speaking, but sword guy is caught up to javelin guy, but now it's javelin's guy. His turn to move is next. So
I'll shoot it. They both looked about as injured as each other, right?
I believe sword guy was better off. Let's double check. Wounded and
Sword guy just fled, and he was seriously wounded, wasn't he?
Yeah, seriously wounded.
Yeah, you did just
And
say so.
sword guy's seriously wounded. Where's Javelin? There he is. Javelin was actually not that hurt. He was only lightly wounded. Because Alexios just kept nicking him. He couldn't... Okay. Go ahead and...
I'm gonna get close enough to him to fire first, and then I'll shoot off an arrow.
Yeah, because you
He
use
needs to be within
full
14
move.
yards.
Yeah, so you'd have to use 2 moves and an attack. So you get to attack with
Yeah, I'll
no
do that again.
plus.
No extras. That's fine.
Fail. Okay.
That's done fine.
Okay.
Shoot the ground.
Close.
Run, why don't you?
All right. You guys stand in the field. This crossroads. Excuse me. You guys stand in the crossroads. The tampered bear trap in the middle with the blood trail leading north. A dead bandit laying on the ground. What do you guys do?
Grunkle descends on the body and begins to eat it. Like a ogre berserker would. He is fully enraged. He is not in his normal mind.
Dwarf, is that normal?
Torvekek slowly starts backing up. I knew it. I knew it. He always I knew he was a people eater. He always talks about eating babies, and now he's actually eating someone.
Alexios is hiding behind the dwarf.
The fuck are you hiding behind me for? I'm shorter than you are.
Yes,
Hey,
but
like
out of all of us who could have any chance against him, I feel like you might be the safe bet here.
You think I can take an ogre by myself? Maybe if I had some gold.
Grunkle pounds the ground while he's doing this. He's not even speaking words. He's just like making guttural grunts and like he grabs a leg and like bites it and then slams the ground and goes.
Uncle, shut up! I'm trying to talk here.
Sorry, sir.
Classic.
Good uncle. Okay, so Torvekek's gonna be using military sergeant voice. Good uncle, pull yourself together. Get over here now.
What would Grunkle? How does he respond? Does he respond?
I assume once he's in warp spasm, it's until his adrenaline wears off that he can really be Grunkle.
That's for
so
you to
yeah,
play.
he's just fully guttural, and he probably gives you like a look, like he turns around while he has like blood dripping from his mouth, and he just gives like a beady-eyed stare at you like an animal for a moment.
Alexios
and then
replies
returns back to his feeding.
And he goes, maybe we should just leave the ogre to his reward.
Maybe. Unless you want to be next.
What? No, I'm not trying to... What? No.
Okay. So, what happens if we leave him here and he comes back to his minds and realizes we've left, eh?
Oh, I didn't... Are we leaving the ogre behind?
You just suggested it.
I just meant we don't come between him and his kill. You were the one getting up there yelling at him. I was trying to protect
he
you.
was in military. I assumed, like all good military men, he would snap too. But apparently, ogres are not good military men.
You haven't heard of the berserkers, have you? They're
Dwarves have berserkers too, but we are not mindless.
No, you're in the Elven Kingdom. Parents use the berserkers as horror stories to keep their children in line. If a berserker comes to your city, the whole city is burning to everyone's gonna die. It's their stories are not friendly. They're not. Basically, they're things of nightmares.
Torvekek looks at the bard. So you're talking about ogre berserker, right? We haven't been at war with the elves in at least a couple 100 years.
Yes, the Greenskit, the Rockar legions, the berserkers. They're infamous now. They're basically anything that involves berserkers is just. Most people are too afraid to even speak it because they don't want a berserker to show up.
I live in a literal hole in the ground. I don't know what you expect me to know.
Well, that's why I was trying to help.
I appreciate it. All right, so we've got bandits running away. Probably go tell their friends where we are, and then we got the berserker that does not want to move.
Their camp is that way. I tried to stop them.
How far that way?
I'm
like a couple days, hopefully.
Probably
a couple of hours.
Maybe a day or so.
Yeah, within 1 day's trip, I'd say.
Fuck.
Depends on if I'm not sure whether or not they had mounts or anything. But those guys
full of
come out
news, aren't you?
I put my hand out in a handshake. I'm Wylfer, by the way.
Torvekek grabs his forearm. Torvekek Stormhammer, at your service.
Not 100% sure what that creature was. I saved it. It ran away.
Well, it is not our problem anymore. The bandits are rapidly becoming our problem, though.
Did I hear you correctly saying that the big friendly guy is actually a berserker?
You talk to Bard, not me. I have no idea.
Yeah. He called him a berserker. Yes, the dwarf did call him a berserker. Yes. I don't know.
have no idea what... Did I call him a berserker?
Yeah. I think. Who called him? Did I call him a berserker?
I think you did.
You both in conversation. You
Yes.
both said the word berserker.
Yes. At this point, we've established that he's a berserker somehow. We pulled it out the.
Grunkle. Grunkle has said.
Oh yeah, Grunkle's told him he's a berserker.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, and Grunkle has said he's a bad berserker. That he's
Yeah.
an inferior berserker, and that he needs to make himself better.
I uncovered my elvish and
you see Alexios immediately pulls your hat back down. He goes, maybe not right now. He looks over at the ogre. Maybe not a good idea at this current present moment, I'd say.
He seems busy.
Well, he might become unbusy if he sees the others. So, how exactly are we supposed to? I suggest we move as quick as possible, but that does not seem to be happening with frenzy feeding.
I mean, if I'm able to, after obviously that has finished, hopefully he comes back to his sense.
Right. But how long is that going to take?
How long is that body gonna take to disappear?
I have no idea. This is first time seeing ogre feeding. I will never see Grunkle the same again.
From the stories we've heard, I didn't know they ate people. We should probably all be making. Actually, yeah, you all should be making rolls watching someone eat a person. That's not something you normally see.
Worse. I mean,
I was just
Um,
imprisoned by these bandits. I have no
No love for them.
feelings for them.
the bandits didn't eat people, but oh, I see what you're saying. You're like, no, I'm used to it.
If he's eating them,
So
I'm just
I
like,
would just
"Oh,
like to
okay."
point out that Torvekek probably doesn't give a shit because he's not a human, so he doesn't really.
Still, cannibalism is something that would fuck with anyone. So I'm gonna need you guys all do
It's not
resolve
cannibalism,
checks.
though. It's not
How do I do a
cannibalism.
resolve check?
It is cannibalism. It's 100%
Not
cannibalism.
cannibalism to Grunkle.
But
Grunkle doesn't
Grunkle's
believe
not Grunkle's not a human.
That's why it's not fucking with
It's a
Grunkle, but-
humanoid.
Yeah.
I'm not a human either.
Oh,
So just
How do
standard
we-
resolve.
How do
Yeah,
we,
standard
How
resolve.
do we deal with that? I gesture over at him, look and go.
Okay. So Torvekek's alright. He's able to. He's like, this is fucked up, but he's still able to function. Wylfer is like, what the fuck is happening? Like this. Ah!
Got like a proper view of the dude's head as it went into.
I'm not.
brunch.
I want to roll for it.
So what exactly?
Alexios is cool too. Yeah.
So how long do you think we should wait? Yeah.
I mean, we could at least start packing up our stuff. You see that over in the little campsite you guys made, there's where your guys' food was, where you guys were starting to like get your food out and your spear, and you guys kind of probably put out like your, got comfy. He's like, we could start at least packing up camp and see where he's at by the end of that. I'm not getting between him and that. I don't know where Alexios developed this accent, but
Let's pack up. We'll head back to town. I think we figured out what's making the animals crazy.
did we?
Can Grunkle rejoin at this point?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'd like for Grunkle to have walked over at this point, his face covered in gore, but he's like grabbing his right arm with tears welling in his eyes. Like, I think I got something hurt on my arm.
You guys do see a giant javelin just sticking out of his shoulder.
Torvekek reaches into his bag and pulls out a random piece of cloth and starts wiping Grunkle's face off. You have a little something right here, yeah?
Oh, where?
Or like right there.
Right around,
Torvekek,
like on my
you
cheek?
can't reach his face.
Grunkle will
Yeah,
lean
like-
down.
You're like, you're like wiping his belly button. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, you're just reaching as high as you can.
Come here.
Maybe the tall human can get my whatever's on my face better
Yeah,
than you.
Wylfer, come
close
over
now.
here and help me with this.
I'm good.
You
After
sure?
seeing what I saw, I'm gonna stay over
Have
here
you
with
not
Alexios.
seen blood before?
Yeah, you ever seen blood before, human? Humans see blood.
Hold on. Do you still have arrows lodged? You got like an arrow lodged in you, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
well, an arrow, javelin.
Can I have that?
It's a javelin, not an arrow.
So the arrow.
He has
Can
an
I
arrow
have
in him
the
as well.
arrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grunkle's gonna look at
I'm-
the arrow. And just kind of be like,
I'm
Do
gonna
you
use some
think
more
it'll
medical supplies. I guess. I don't know what I would use. I don't know what a tincture is or.
can you give me some
laudanum.
laudanum or some
Yeah,
opium
I
or
can
some
give you some
heroin?
laudanum. I can give you some laudanum.
I don't know if laudanum does anything, but I know we both have it as medicine.
Yeah, laudanum is toxin for cover damage. It doesn't actually say for some reason. I can pull it up. Oh god. Well, medicines. Toxins recover
Can I
damage.
retrieve my arrows? Any arrows that were left on the field, which is I think one.
Yeah, I think one was left on the field. I think the way you do this is roll a 1d100. Actually, no, I'm not. You recover one. I'm not gonna make you do it. Use laudanum after imbibing a drought of ingesting a drought of laudanum.
Yeah.
You move one step up the damage condition track positively, but suffer one corruption. This means that if you were grievously wounded, you are now seriously wounded. You can only recover steps on your damage condition track in this manner with one drought within 24-hour period. More than one drought during that period has the opposite intended effect.
What's a tincture?
it's something that you would drink, usually like a potion or something. Like a tincture in the early 1920s, 1910s would be like heroin with cocaine and cannabis, and you just call it a something for a baby to drink to soothe them. But yeah, a tincture is something you would always drink. Hence imbibe, which is also a drink verb. I think laudanum probably is like an opiate of some kind, or a pain suppressant, based on what you're describing here.
Yeah, it's like painkiller, like a morphine, is what it seems like.
Yeah, but not cool.
Yeah.
Laudanum's probably old school, and the corruption is probably because you see gremlins.
Use tincture. When a healer isn't handy, an injury's effect can be temporarily suppressed. So that would be Grunkle. Suppressed through one
Interesting.
use of rudimentary medicine. When administered, it can suppress the pain of an injury for a short period of time. After injecting an ampule of tincture, you may ignore an injury's effects for 24 hours. But you also suffer one corruption.
Do you have a tincture on you?
I think we all have laudanum as like a starting item, but
Those are
laudanum,
different.
interestingly
Those are
enough.
different things.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a tincture?
A tincture?
Yes.
Oh, I do have a tincture. That's a
Okay,
weird
So
phrasing.
Grunkle is gonna climb into your bag, barrel, whichever. He's gonna clamber up your side and into your barrel to grab a bottle of laudanum and a shot of tincture for you, along with a bandage.
Wait, but what is the tincture of?
It just says a tincture.
Yeah, tincture is like medicine.
It
It says when a healer is not available, you use a tincture. Tincture is toxin. It's a toxin. Oh no, that's laudanum. Excuse me. Tincture is
no laudanum. Laudanum is 10% opium with alcohol. So it's an opiate with alcohol in it that you drink. Whereas a tincture, looking it up, a tincture is just like any extract of plant and animal mixed with ethanol.
Just think tincture is morphine in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be
tincture is more like
that would
morphine.
make it the same as laudanum.
Medicine.
Laudanum moves you one step up the condition track. Tincture makes you ignore the effects of your injury. So it's specifically for an injury, not a damage condition track. The tincture, you ignore the injury for 24 hours. So you would be able to attack without the -3 and without the -2 action points.
Yeah, I guess the area I'm getting confused is tincture would be tincture of something. So it's kind of like being like, oh no, you take a potion, but not potion of anything. It's just potion is the thing that heals your arm. That's the area of confusion. I know your
This is under the table talk.
Yeah, I was trying to wrap my head around this like tincture of applewood. But if it's all just opiates, then I'll take all the drugs.
Tincture of drugs. It's all drugs. That's why it gives you corruption, because it's all drugs.
Yeah.
Torv is gonna climb up your body. Torvekek is gonna climb up your body into your barrel and grab a bandage, a tincture, and a laudanum.
Okay.
Can I safely remove the arrow from him?
You can roll. What is it? Heal medicine.
Remove the wood from my arm.
Is it medicine? What is the fucking no? It's heal. It's heal, and it's starred. So if you don't have it trained, it is a flip to fail, but it should automatically do that.
Right. Grunkle, this might hurt a wee bit. As I put my hand on the arrow.
I don't go. Just leave it in. It'll make people more scared to mess with us.
But I've only got 5 arrows left, and I really need this.
Yeah, well.
Need the arrow. Come on, man.
It's just an ammo of.
I was looking something up. What the fuck was that?
What are you gonna do?
Nope, I'm gonna fail. I pull it and leave it.
85. He pulls it out. He's like, nah, it didn't work. He puts it back in. Nah, he just goes to pull on it, and it's doing more damage. And Grunkle's like, no, stop. Grunkle like it.
I'm gonna hand the 2 bottles to Grunkle. The tincture and the laudanum.
Okay.
Kind of just hand them up to him, like, here. This is from your
Does Grunkle take both? You have to inject the tincture and I think ingest the laudanum.
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay, so you will move one step up the damage condition track. Why is Grunkle dying? One step up the damage condition track. You're ignoring your injury for the next 24 hours. You're giving yourself 2 corruption.
Yeah, sure.
Then Torvekek is gonna yank the javelin out of your arm.
Are you just yanking it out with no regard?
Yeah. I'm not a medical professional, but if you pull that out, will he not bleed to death?
That is why I have bandage.
We could just leave it there until we meet someone that's probably better at it than we are,
Did
right?
you wanted to just stay there and flop around?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it looks more
Yeah.
terrifying that way.
But won't it cause more damage just sitting there flopping?
You could probably bandage around it and stabilize it.
It is javelin. It is long.
You've got an axe. Cut the handle off.
Fair. Grunkle, this will hurt a lot. Did you just flip us off?
No, my hands are just up like I don't care. I took tincture. You know, tincture. The popular
Don't
drug
fuck
tincture.
anymore. All right.
I'm high off of tincture. Everybody knows tincture.
All right, we left. All right.
Uh,
I need you to hold the wound. Like hold the javelin at the wound.
Real quick,
Alright.
Pickles, you suffered an injury. What table was that injury from? You remember?
It didn't give me it just had me roll. It didn't tell me what table, much like it didn't
Okay.
tell me what table tinctures from.
All right,
What?
all right.
What? No,
Alexios,
stop!
come
Stop!
here.
Pickles. What injury track did you get down to on your damage condition?
I think I took that from moderately wounded.
You took it
And
from
I
your
was
first one.
at-
Yeah, moderately wounded. You were moderately wounded. Roll for injury. So no. Okay, put you back. Sorry, Torvekek. I was fucking with your character sheet, but you're good. All right. A moderate injury. Okay, so roll a 1d3 for me, Pickles.
Okay.
What'd you get?
2.
You will take another 2 corruption.
Okay. So 4.
So 4. So far.
All right.
So far.
He ate a person.
Fair.
Grunkle's an ogre berserker.
That's fine, but it's still chaotic.
Sure.
I mean, if that fits your character, that's perfectly fine, but you're still going to get the stuff for it. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where that would fit in. Perform a ritual which requires blood sacrifice.
Okay.
No, this is entirely like a
sadistic torture.
This would not be sadistic torture because it's not premeditated. It's entirely just the enemy is dead.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Pure-
where that
pure
would
instinct.
fit. Let's see.
If it's like an animalistic thing, like animal
Trespass,
impulse.
generally soul corrupting, bordering on heresy, and should be it should be rare. I mean, I feel like cannibalism is pretty rare,
But if all ogre berserkers do that,
then they would all be chaotic creatures, which
indeed.
yeah. So I feel like it would still. Okay, I'm gonna have you roll for it. Roll a 1d3. This is gonna be a lot. It's fair warning.
3.
3. So that's your max. That's an extra 9 corruption to Grunkle.
All right.
All right. So now back to Torvekek is over here while Grunkle's eating laudanum, ingesting laudanum, and injecting himself with the tincture. What is Torvekek doing? You were ripping the javelin out?
Oh, we're going for something else.
Okay.
if we can get him to sit down, it'd be a lot easier.
That's up to him. I don't know if you can get him to sit down. What are you guys doing?
Disappeared.
I mean, you're only 2
Alright.
feet shorter than him,
Yeah.
Wylfer.
All right. Alexios, come here.
He steps over. He's like, yes.
Okay, Hold in the javelin.
Hold the end of the. Hold it.
Well, I was. My hands were already
He
on
kinda-
the wound part.
Yeah.
Pinches the end of the javelin. He goes,
No,
yes.
no.
Stabilize
Hold,
with both
hold
hands.
with all grip. All grip.
He grabs the end of
Really
the javelin. It's like,
Make sure it does not move. Okay? Torvekek pulls his axe out and hefts it. And grabs it with the second hand.
you see Alexios' eyes like bulge. Like, what?
Alright. We will cut at the base to make sure it doesn't flip flop. Yes?
That's the idea.
Okay. Yeah, you're cutting the javelin like close to his
Yeah.
chest, so that way it's
Yeah.
not just wiggling and damaging him more.
So we don't.
Yeah.
So we don't remove
We,
the thing.
we
and make him bleed
probably
out.
need him to come back before we do this.
I'm gonna laugh. You swing and miss and just cut into him.
Just lob off his arm.
Are you
Go
gonna
ahead.
make me roll for this?
Fine.
I'm absolute 100% making you roll for this.
Oh,
But-
bitch.
It's gonna be trivial, because I mean, it's gotta be fucking easy.
Okay, we gotta wait for him to come back though, because I feel like he's gonna have a reaction.
Well, we're running out of time and we're not waiting, so go ahead and roll.
Okay, fuck.
You gotta get to the end of the table. We'll just let him know you cut it off.
His arm, right?
Yeah.
So you said
Alright, you
trivial,
holding
right?
it still
Trivial.
there, Alexios?
Trivial, yeah.
Can I aim?
Sure, you can spend your action points to aim. Plus 30, plus 20. Yeah, you have a plus 50 to your roll if you miss this.
Don't tempt me.
100, roll 100. Okay, you
There
have
we
to get a
go.
99 or less. You succeeded. You do 9 damage to Grunkle. No, I'm just kidding. You're able to cut it off. It's now just basically like the javelin and then a small wood shaft sticking out of his chest. You guys are
Great success.
You guys are standing in the middle of this crossroads. You've got the bear trap, the blood trail, the dead bandit ripped apart and torn to shreds. You've got a bloody ogre. Did either of you
My
take
arrow.
injuries or take
I
wound?
I got lightly.
Oh,
wounded
it glanced
with
off my
one
armor.
Oh, okay, so Torvekek's fine and Wylfer is lightly wounded.
Oh, I'm gonna check my armor on while I'm standing here while we're doing absolutely nothing.
Did you have
your armor?
what armor do you have? You have armor?
Fur armor, fur or hide armor.
You didn't have an. Oh no.
No, and we're gonna say that it's because I was in a rush to get out of the bandit camp.
That makes sense. Yeah.
He managed to grab it, but not quite put it on.
So now you have it on, which
I
makes.
grabbed all my equipment, chucked my shoes on, and sprinted.
Oh yeah, now your damage threshold is higher. That's good.
Yeah, it's one higher.
Yeah, it's 5 now. Wonderful. Okay, you guys are standing here in the midst of all this. And that's where we're ending our session.